following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
You're watching The Shining Wizard. Wrestling Podcast. Mwah.
You've got nowhere else to go because this is the final boss of professional wrestling podcasting. You're tuned in live to episode number 710 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. We got a full house tonight. All the Bizoys are his here. Special appearance by Kate the Great joining us in a few minutes. Well, let's just jump right into some wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Dump status Tony.
Double T.
Handsome Kevin.
Brundo. KJG.
And yes, in case you're wondering, I did achieve dump status over the weekend. How you boys doing tonight?
Great.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Couldn't be better. I'm almost kind of already on that vacation mode in my mind. So I'm fantastic, man. Couldn't be better.
Will your destination be there upon your arrival?
I'm thinking so. Like I'm flying into Birmingham, and then Tropicale's picking me up. We're heading up to Huntsville, and we're going from Huntsville down to Panama City Beach. I'm going from Panama City Beach back to Birmingham, then to Vegas, then to home. So it should be a good one.
Wow. Where in the world is Handsome Kevin?
That's a hell of a trip you got planned there, buddy.
Seriously.
Yeah. Got a lot of moving parts, moving around. It'll be fun. I'm hoping that we can get into Club La Vila. Like I know it's closed for good, but part of me thinks that like a big man like Tropicale could probably still get us in.
Nice B&E while you're on vacation. I like it.
Well, I'm going to blame him, right? Because look at me. Which one's more likely to commit the crime?
Usually, I mean, from the cartoons we grew up, it's usually the small guy who's the bully, and the big lumbering oaf is just a sweetheart of a guy. So
Yeah,
Little
Muggsy.
dog, big dog.
But the big oaf is also the guy that's going to do the B&E, right? I'm not breaking anything, right? I'm just following.
I'm going to assume that you will not be the first wrestling fans to arrive at Club La Vila and try and break in. So I'm sure there's cameras. So when they see a tiny little man lambasting a giant, gentle giant doing the jaw would do it. The jaw would rip the
What if I'm wearing a Nitro T-shirt? Do you think there's any leeway then?
Do you own a Nitro T-shirt, or is it one of those like?
I do.
Prints?
I got a Nitro T-shirt.
Is it an original?
No.
That's a shame.
I know.
No, I don't think it matters if you wear it. No.
What about a Hogan, like a foam Hogan WCW?
Even worse.
Worse. Okay, worse. Gotcha.
What about a Mr. Wonderful shirt?
Because you use the foam finger to point to a group of black guys and go, "They did it."
I would never do that.
Where the fuck?
Ever. Back here if you need me.
Why don't you look into actual Club La Vila shirts and see if there's any floating around on the interwebs? Maybe you wear that.
Like a
pretend to
Club
be-
La Vila staff shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Security, maybe.
Gotcha.
Like
I'm just here to work the 11 to 3.
That's it. Still work to be done here at Club La Viva.
Yeah.
La Vivo.
La Volva.
La Volva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'll be-
That's a club I can wrap my head around.
Or vice versa.
Or, yeah, all right, fair enough. Good call. Off to a slow start tonight, but I'm getting there.
Here all week.
You'll fit in.
Fuck yeah,
Like a
dude.
needle through like a vulva.
Or a needle through the penis. You know, take
A
your
needle
pick.
through a Volvo.
Speaking of needles and penises, when is the Heart Ballroom going to have XPW back?
It's a great question.
November 25th.
Oh man.
What, Thanksgiving Day?
I just saw this. It is November 25th.
Oh my
No.
God. Who's stuffing the turkey match with fucking
Mickey Knuckles.
Somebody's gonna get basted.
I shit you not. With Mickey Knuckles.
That's the tagline, Brundo.
Yeah. Wait, the 25th.
There's no way it's the 25th. It's Thanksgiving.
November
it is.
25th.
No, is it like the 24th always Thanksgiving?
November 25th is a
Thanksgiving-
Monday.
Oh, it's not like
Yeah,
Christmas.
no, the 28th is the Thanksgiving. The
Yeah.
28th is the Thanksgiving.
Wait, who thought Thanksgiving was on a Monday? Did somebody just say that?
No,
No, I
no,
said the
Brundo was
25th.
trying to
Yeah.
dispel that rumor that it was the 25th because the 25th is a Monday. The 28th, I believe, is Thanksgiving.
Okay, can I give you an XPW update real quick?
Of course,
Yes.
why not, Tony?
Can't wait.
We have
XPW. Somebody posted this up in the deathmatch group that Brendan and I are in. What is this nail polish remover, and why is XPW selling a tiny container for $13? Fucking XPW selling poppers online. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
we're not doing anything. They're doing something.
I love XPW.
Yeah, but did you see that? I can't believe they're selling this shit.
Saturday, November 25th, the Heart Ballroom.
That's not
What
right.
year?
That is,
Please-
yeah, you're looking at something
You're
from.
probably looking at like 2023.
No, you're right. I am looking at 2023. I wanted to stay by it, but I was like, no, calendar's going to defeat me. I can't do it.
Holy
They,
shit.
they don't have anything on their Twitter machine about when their next show is. The last show they ran was September 7th, which had Brian Kendrick and JTG on it.
Yeah, that was out in California, wasn't it? It was
Yes.
like it was mostly like regular matches, if I recall.
Symphony of Destruction.
Huh.
Brian Kendrick and JTG. Two of my like.
Yeah, I mean those are the only two people. Oh, Bad Dutito's on the.
Oh, that's right. He was in like a hardcore match or something.
But I don't know any of these other people. Maybe this is that homeless Jimmy guy I watched that stupid video on when I was waiting to watch the show. I don't know.
Did they have anything about dude in a diaper?
Jimmy Jam starving.
Wolf get it.
Fucking butter him up because he's on a fucking roll tonight. Holy shit.
Wolf. Jesus. Tony. Water him off because he's on a roll.
Fuck you and your fucking sports clip haircut.
You pull any of their
Fucking knob.
fucking bad jokes out of your pocket tonight? Fucking asshole.
Look like a penis with shit on your tip. Shut up.
Come on, Tony. That's a pretty good haircut. Pretty good haircut.
Yeah, sure.
For a
$45 for that job.
for a guy that
Free
wears
hot dog
hats.
with that?
And a handshake.
Stupid.
My God, man. All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Can we bring in the first victim?
I'll bring her in.
Victim.
Hold on.
Hello.
Hello,
Okay.
Kate.
Hi,
How are
Kate.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
I am excited.
I'm
I actually
excited too.
I watched some great matches that were part of Bad Blood this weekend.
Oh, did you? Is
Yeah,
that how
no-
you achieve dump status?
No, I actually finished the Dump Matsumoto documentary as well. I was
Nice.
chatting with Double T about it for like 5-10 minutes yesterday.
All right, it's very nice.
When him and Manji were hiding in bushes playing Fortnite, but
Was not hiding in a bush. And
That's our thing.
you didn't even fucking warn me that you guys were playing with them. I wouldn't have played. That's neither here nor there. Kate is here to talk about Bad Blood.
yes.
I'm sorry, I got to break. Joe Walsh says Shining Wizards starring Private Pile.
I like Joe Walsh. Life's been good to him.
Sometimes.
Fucking boo. Jesus Christ.
Who's got puns for days? This guy.
Hey.
Come on.
I told y'all I got to start writing again.
You're right. You're riding shotgun in my vehicle.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Need some brain food, Tony?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Kate, overall, Bad Blood, where did it fall on the Kate, the Great star rating system?
I don't do stars. I just do did
Sorry.
I like it or didn't I? And I liked it a lot more than I've liked a lot of the more recent ones.
How many pumpkin spice lattes would you give it?
Oh my god, literally so many pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know, like a 3.5 out of 5 on the lower end. Probably. I had a lot of fun watching this from front to back. I thought the pacing of it for the most part was a lot better than kind of a lot of the 5-match PLEs that we get. Like I just felt like there was some more meat on the bone. And I liked that going into it, SmackDown was really good. And I liked that coming out of it, we have some stuff set up for Raw that I think will be really good tonight. So I'm kind of intrigued, but like 3.5 if I'm being harsh, 4 if I'm being generous.
2-hour Raw tonight too. Don't forget that, kids. Raw.
Oh my god, as someone who reviews this shit every day, I'm so excited to
Raw-
start an hour earlier.
2 hours, fantastic.
Oh, all day.
All day, every day. Punk McIntyre, Hell
Yes.
in a Cell. Is this it? Are we done with these guys and a bag full of beads? Which I thought was a nice touch because I was for sure. I thought it was thumbtacks. I fucking ate it, and then I was like, "Wait, are they dropping fucking Legos in the ring?" No, beads. And
I did think the beat
dangerous
spot
is
was
bead
inevitable.
down somebody's throat.
You know what was so weird with that was when they did the forcing him to eat the beads thing, he tried to sell it like his voice was all grovelly, and then on NXT the next day he was perfectly fine. I was like, in his defense, I don't know how long a bead down the throat injury is supposed to last you, but I really, really liked this. This is by far my favorite thing that Punk has done since he's come back. It was
It's the only thing he's done since he's come back.
I mean, he's only done like 3 things since he's come back, but of all the matches, this was by far my favorite. It's stylistically what I would like the most. It was mostly 2 guys beating the dog shit out of each other rather than red light, green light strap match or Seth Rollins bracelet match. Like, this is so much more what I'm into. I was glad to see that Punk held up because they went really hard. And I just liked this. The only thing I would have changed was the build, and it's too late to do anything about that. Like, just kind of weird that this whole feud was built around 3 stipulation matches and no regular ones. But I liked this match the best. I hope this is it, to answer your question, Matt. Like, let's be done and move on, because that felt like a blow-off to me. But this might have been my favorite match on the card, and it was definitely my favorite Hell in a Cell match in a while, because it felt like there was some proper venom. It didn't feel like the cage was the entire story, but it assisted the story. Like, I thought they did a really great job with that opener.
Couple things that stood out to me, and I pick on AEW for commentary, and I'm gonna do it here. You got to stop with the inside baseball shit. Like, you think the average fan knows what the Muda scale is that's tuning into a WWE event? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, this is the 57th Hell in a Cell. There's only been 57 of them. Only 57? Holy shit, really? I mean, I guess if you're comparing them to regular matches where there's probably been tens of thousands of them, it's a drop in the bucket. But you're not talking the Super Bowl here. It's a Hell in a Cell match. Just fucking call it what it is. Like, these guys want to murder each other, and they're in the cage. That's all you need.
I think commentary has gotten so much better since Vince has been gone, but there is this weird thing where they have room to be smarter, and sometimes they go too far with it, but then they also still spoon feed you like little kids so much else. It almost feels like we're getting 2 different voices from the same announcer sometimes, but I agree. I think there's a lot of refreshing things about commentary. They can say hospital now instead of local medical facility, all that kind of stuff. They're allowed to reference other...
They still say medical facility, though, by the way.
They do. They don't have to. They do sometimes.
Yeah,
but like,
what's his name? The guy from Raw, Tostito Jones, or whatever.
Joe Tessitore.
Yeah,
I've been really impressed by him early on. Honestly, like he's really finding the balance of making it feel like a sport while also acclimating to the fact that it's scripted really, really well. But I'm with you, Tony, on that. Sometimes they need to find the middle ground of fans being educated without getting too overkill, and also not so elementary school on display stuff sometimes. So it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, how are you? Like, okay, the fan base of the WWE, right? I think we are like a niche, like, wrestling community, right? Like the people that are on like Twitter and online, like that's a very small portion of the fan base of professional wrestling. So if you're like 12 and you don't know what the Muda scale is, like, you can fucking Google it. It's not like when we were growing up, like, you didn't have a way unless you could go find old Apter magazines. Like the fact that they brought up the last Battle of Atlanta and kind of like presented it as like the genesis of Hell in a Cell. Like, I think that's cool. You need to bring history into professional wrestling. Yeah. No?
I'm with Matt on that, and you could either Google it or you could just brush it off. Like, you don't have to care that much about what the announcers say.
Like we went so long watching like wrestling where like in the Vince McMahon era where they wouldn't recognize somebody's past, or
they wouldn't even recognize NXT on their own programs for a while. It was crazy, yeah.
Or the referees.
Yeah.
I always go kind of like towards, you're right, because we are more of the niche, right? So like, I think it's a little bit more apropos in AEW because I think their fan base is more kind of into that stylistically, where I feel like right now the WWE fan base they're rabid for what's going on right now. So I think it's good to have history incorporated. I think sometimes they'll kind of drop stuff in without letting you latch onto it. And I don't think that's kind of the type of audience that's going to go Google stuff. I was actually kind of hoping with like the genesis of Hell in a Cell, to your point, Matt, like you have a 5-match card. They could have done a really cool, like full on production piece about that instead. Cause I think that stuff is almost more valuable with everything that they do on social and things like that. They could have done some cool stuff there, but they've kind of quietly steered away from the documentaries and things.
Well, we had to show Cody Rhodes and that famous guy sitting in a shitty car outside of the State Farm Arena for 6 months.
Metro Boomin', baby.
Dude, that they would like, look, it was great. Goldberg was there, and Tully and DDP and Arn and
I was surprised to see Tully, by the way.
Sean Waltman, and then like all these like I don't know who any of these fucking people are. I don't know what Amigos is. I don't know what a Metro Boomin is. Metro Boomin?
Little Baby?
Yeah, Little Baby.
I don't know what Little Baby is. That's why I call the new cat Little Baby. What you doing, little baby cat?
SmackDown got me good when they had the country singer Hardy introduce AJ Styles, and he called him the Phenomenal Forearm. I don't know if you saw that, but I was in stitches. Returning the Phenomenal Forearm.
Didn't this guy have like the worst performance in like national anthem history for WWE? And
it was bad. It was really bad.
He is the Phenomenal Forearm.
I was in stitches. And it was like the beginning of the show too. Oh, it was awesome.
Let me ask you this, because Kate, you seem like you might have your fingers more on the pulse of what they're doing in WWE. Are we gonna have hosts to every PLE? Like, I did not understand why Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill were hosting, because they showed them there, and then the goofy segment backstage where I had no idea Chelsea Green even went into a dumpster, so I just thought maybe she had like a stinky hoo-ha or something.
Well, I was also just like, that's not how showers work, though. Like, she's showered since then. I don't know why you're thinking about stinky hoo-has, but that's a you problem.
Context. Like, she just showed up and they're like, you stink. And I was like, what is going on here? Like, I didn't know.
Who problem?
I don't know if like Vince Russo was writing for WWE or something.
Fucking sounds like it. I don't know if there's always going to be hosts. They didn't really host. They like hung out in the box for a minute. That was very weird. Not the stinky box, but the. But I think it's their way of just getting some bigger names on the card. I do think they are trying to set up more continuity between SmackDown, PLE, and Raw, so that kind of weaves that in and out.
Yeah, to me, it's all.
You did hear that, right, HK?
Yes, I did. Something's going on here. But, Kate,
It sounded like Kate used the letter U, and I'm going to leave it at that.
I don't even know what I said, but whatever.
I don't even know what's going on either. But I think to Kate's point, to get back on track while you guys hysterically laugh, I don't hate the host idea if it gets, because with 5 matches, like you're literally like cutting out like 75% of your roster from actual in-ring competition. So like to have them involved in some capacity, especially 3 of your biggest stars like Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi, like I have no issue with them having little segments here and there between the matches.
My thing is do a 6th match.
Well,
like just have them defend.
But if they're sticking to the 5-match format, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I think that's gross.
My problem is, hi, it's Naomi, it's Jade, it's Bianca. Welcome, everybody. We're going to have a great night. And now it's time for Hell in a Cell.
I mean,
give us something else. Give us fucking Liv and Rhea. You know what I'm saying? This is like a blood feud, and you're all happy to be there. Come on, man.
Why
There's
wouldn't they
already
be happy
like
to
10
be
minutes.
there?
of
Because they're
commercials.
about to send 2 people to a murder zone, and they're fucking all happy. Like, hey, guess what? It's the 57th annual Hell in a Cell.
my thing too was if you were gonna do that god awful segment with Goldberg and Triple H and all of that shit with that horrendous looking belt, like you had hosts that didn't come out to do with the intermittent segments is just weird. Like it feels very disjointed when you have them kick off the show and they didn't set up any angles or anything. You know what I mean? Like if it was somebody that was going after Liv or Rhea or somebody that was involved in the Nia and Bayley situation, that would make a little bit more sense. But it's not like there were any other women's tag programs on the show or anything like that. So they just were completely disconnected from it and mostly sat like in the skybox or whatever. Like it was superfluous. If you're gonna have talent host it, I think they should be at least woven into the show in a way that makes sense.
He wasn't sitting with like Lil Mike and Jelly Donut and all those guys up in the box.
I don't know. I mean,
Jelly Roll?
They're
Well,
hosts.
yeah, that
Like,
guy.
You know what I mean? Like they're not. Like if you take host in the literal meaning of the word, they're here to welcome you to the show. They're here to make sure that you're entertained, and they welcomed us to the show and they entertain people in the skybox. To me, that's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned.
I'd love to have 3 ladies entertain me in a skybox, but that's a story for another day.
All right, there, Vince.
Ha ha! Come here. 6 of them, huh?
Gotta go. Feeling weird. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you mentioned the horrendous title.
You're so ugly.
This might be the first on paper. I think like we're gonna have champion versus champion of the crown jewel, but neither title's on the line. They're gonna wrestle for this. I kind of feel like this is a swing and a miss.
Yeah, this whole segment to me was kind of a swing and the miss. Like I feel like it's kind of good in that they've just admitted that what happens at the Saudi shows is just not a part of what's going on, really. Like, it is a glorified house show, but to have this title, when they already had a title that doesn't get defended also from Saudi Arabia shows past is weird. I hate champion versus champion when no title is on the line for another title that doesn't mean anything. It's just a bad way to go about business.
And the fact that you don't have to lose it, I'm guessing, like
Ever,
if you lose the WWE championship, you're no longer in contention for this championship. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. I think they're trying to figure out how to do. They get paid so damn much for those shows that they have to produce like absolute top talent, but they can't really do anything on those shows that move storyline along because there are going to be people with ethical issues that don't want to go over there, and not everyone feels comfortable going or tuning in and things like that. So like I don't think I think part of why we saw Punk collapse at the end of the Hell in a Cell match, right, is like I don't think he's going to Saudi Arabia. So there's going to be talent that are in and out of that. Most of them now it seems like will, but I think this is their way of trying to make something seem of value to the live crowd without really affecting the plans going into Survivor Series and kind of your usual rhythm of stuff. I think it's bad. Like
it's a total gimmick show. It's a total gimmick show.
Yeah, it's a house show with top talent and legends that you'll ever have. Like it's gonna be what it's been the entire time.
Isn't it more likely though that the sponsor of the show said, we want a title, here's the title, figure it out? Like the speed title, that's
the
strictly
sponsor of the show is the government of Saudi Arabia.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean, like the speed thing is strictly a Twitter gimmick. We want a title, here it is. Like, isn't that more likely than WWE going, we're going to create a belt for you guys, and it's only going to be defended once, and then the guy won't have to do, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's more likely that it came from the sponsor than it came from WWE.
I mean, the sponsor thought Yokozuna was alive, so I don't think they're really that tuned in. But they've I don't think there's been any issue with them doing it the way they've done it before. But I don't know either way, quite frankly. But like, my guess is it comes from WWE because it's such a creative inevitability that they're not going to change titles there. That they probably just wanted to do something different. I felt like the way that they did like King of the Ring finals and stuff in Saudi Arabia was a good idea. Like it was stuff that had some stakes on it, but wasn't title based. But I think it sucks either way, regardless of who's making the call. I don't like it. It's a really ugly belt. But it felt like anytime in any company that it's like someone makes a major announcement, I'm just like, okay. No, you're not, though, because this was the most anticlimactic stuff ever. Like, it's the same on both sides. But, yeah, I could stand to go a PLE without Triple H coming out to, like, for a while. It would be nice.
Well, you know, he's got to save face because, you know, his father-in-law's piece of shit and it's all over.
Correct. Yes, that is true. And I thought the Gunther Goldberg stuff was really stupid too. Like,
oh, that's okay. I think Gunther loses tonight to Sammy because of Goldberg, and you get Walter Goldberg in Saudi Arabia
with I think a triple threat with Braun Breaker, so they can do the oh my god, you have an incredible spear. Oh my god, you had an incredible spear, but now you're 57. Yeah.
Do you guys not remember Goldberg last time in Saudi Arabia?
Was that Undertaker?
Yeah, they almost murdered each other because they couldn't breathe.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's possible.
Well, I mean, look, anything with brand supremacy is right up my alley and okay in my book.
Let's rock and roll. You're in Survivor Series season. You are ridiculous. On the road to brand supremacy, my friend.
They're gonna sell a ton of these belts as replicas in Saudi Arabia. So every time they go back, every kid's gonna have a green belt, and it's gonna be awesome. I just want Braun Strowman to bring back his greatest Royal Rumble title and defend that.
That's it. Poor dude. That guy tore his groin, I think, like 2 minutes into that.
He's doing it wrong, man.
Like 2 minutes into that match last week, and credit to him because he showed out. Like he was jumping off the top rope and shit against Bronson Reed. Like, God bless him. He's really fun when they just let him be Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. Speaking of brand supremacy, Kate's going to be on Fightful Select tonight with Alex Sourgraps.
Yes.
They'll be talking Raw, and that's a 2-hour Raw, so it'll be early. And if Kate's not distracted by the Yankees, she will actually she'll be engaging during the Raw post show. So be sure to tune in for that. Kate, this is always a pleasure. We appreciate you joining us at Miss Kate Fabe on the Twitter machine. If you're not following Kate, you should be. And if you're not listening to her on her many platforms, Tuesday Night with Alex, Wednesday Night, The Mark Order, Ring of Honor. I don't know how you still watch that.
I don't know either.
God bless you, our child. What, Kate is a child of the Shining Wizards.
I am. I'm proud to be. But thanks for having me on. It was fun to talk some Bad Blood with y'all.
We saved the good stuff just for us, Kate. So enjoy the rest of your night and your Monday Night Raw, and your good luck to the Yankees.
That's very kind coming from a Mets fan.
I'm not worried about the Yankees. I hope Philadelphia burns to the fucking ground. And all you fucking
That is
live there.
that is a fair first priority for sure.
Like that.
Let's go Yankees.
Yeah. You shit.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Thanks, fellas.
Bye, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Kate makes a better return to the show than Raquel Rodriguez.
That wasn't hard.
Show your
Bro,
work. What do you mean?
That was like a
That
fucking
return.
that was a fart in church.
Yes.
Well, because nobody really gives a shit about Puerto Rican
I think
China. Let's be
the
honest.
finish was more of a fart in church than her actual return.
I thought
Yes.
the finish because the referee saw her. I like the idea that they DQ'd it instead of going through with the original.
Okay, so I didn't pick up on that, but I just thought that because she still put Liv on top of Rhea, that the match was like I thought that someone fucked up. Like I literally thought it was a fuck up somewhere.
Wait, was it a fuck up? Was it supposed to have a
think it
definitive
was.
finish?
Yes,
believe
I think
so,
Raquel came out. They sent her out too early, so the referee saw her, and instead of, Triple H, I'm assuming was in the ref's ear, had him ring the bell because, don't insult our intelligence when you just just ran past the referee and attacked Rhea.
I mean, that's a great call, though, by Triple H.
I agree.
If the ref sees something, don't fucking knocks that shit. Fucking just go with it.
So I thought about it two ways. Like if it wasn't a fuck up, right? So Rhea, she attacked Rhea outside of the ring, right?
Yeah.
That
When
doesn't
she was
necessarily
attacking Dom.
constitute a disqualification or demand disqualification. Like
I think it would.
I think they're leaning toward that now being a DQ.
okay, but if history is the guide, it's not always the case. It's
No, you're
referee
right.
discretion whether or not it is a DQ or it's not a DQ. Now, whether or not once they got back into the ring, I know she put Liv on Rhea for the cover, but now if she attacked Rhea in the ring as well,
She did. She did that.
she did.
power
Okay, that's
bomb
what
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. So then, yeah, it's an obvious DQ, but can you throw in the shark match stipulation, there's no DQs in a shark match or a shark cage match?
I mean, that wasn't really presented to us, though.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. So I love the fact that Rhea's now a heel.
Raquel.
Gonzalez is now a heel, and so I thought the finish was more of a problem than the actual return. Rodriguez, she was Gonzalez in NXT.
I don't. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it just did. I don't know. She does nothing for me. I know there's history with Rhea and Liv. I was just like,
Well, Rhea was the one that took out Rodriguez.
right. And they also had in NXT. Didn't they have a loser leaves NXT match?
And then Liv and Raquel Rodriguez were paired together for a while. So there is history.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. And also I always thought the shark cage was going to be above the ring, but then Rhea was like, no, raise it up. And Dom acts like, but then you look at this whole fucking contraption, what did you think? Come on.
I wonder if it's because of the cell.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the spot they had planned with Raquel, because you can't do that with Dom being right above the ring.
I mean, you could if you have a ref bump.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
You can still get there. I think it's more likely because of the cage than anything.
Yeah, I think it was because of the Hell in a Cell
On the
still up there
side,
as well. So I think that's why. Because I've never seen a shark cage match where the fucking thing was in the aisle. But I didn't hate it. I thought that the Dom almost falling out. I didn't realize he was chained to the cage. Like the fact that
That was a cool spot.
he fell out and was just dangling, I was like, holy shit. I thought he almost could have literally fallen out of the cage. That was cool.
I'm waiting on Tony. I'm waiting to see.
No, I'm not doing it.
You got nothing.
No, I'm not saying it.
What?
I'm not saying it.
I wasn't looking for you to say something like heinous. I just was waiting for you to chime in with something else that you, from Bad Blood, that you maybe, you either left a good taste in your mouth or didn't leave a good taste in your mouth.
That fucking band was amazing.
Oh, fuck you.
This is what we're doing here. Kick him out. Kick him the fuck out.
No, he wanted my opinion. I enjoyed it.
The fucking Roman Reigns entrance, and they cut to the percussionist, and she's not even hitting the fucking drums.
I feel like I feel like that was a botch too. I feel like that could be a botchamania. Like she didn't get the cue, or she hit him too early, or something like that.
Oh my god!
Did you guys? By the way,
did you see the shit?
Did you guys? Did you check the monitor? Did you notice the monitor under the ring during the Hell in a Cell match?
Yes.
Oof. I'm surprised Jimmy wasn't out there going, yeet!
I didn't notice it.
You think that was Jimmy, or you think that was Raquel?
Oh, did she come out from under the ring too?
I don't know where she came from. They didn't show where she came from.
Maybe they were having a little how you doing under there.
Get your mind out of the gutter, you pervert.
My mind out of the gutter. Talking about dirty boxes. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, I didn't know the context. I didn't see SmackDown.
Yeah, because everybody on the roster's got vaginosis.
They were hyping that matchup for a long time. And the dumpster match, Michin and Chelsea. Fun little caper.
I don't know. I was in the fucking woods doing the stupid race. I didn't know.
Did you win?
No, I wasn't taking part in the race. I was just slinging pies.
All right, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like, we had to expect The Rock was coming back at some point. Can he fucking put the Muhammad Ali belt in the closet and leave it home?
He's the final boss, Tony.
He's not a champion.
Yeah.
You fucking threw HK out? What'd you do?
I don't know. It's his fucking problem. I didn't throw anybody out.
Well, see you later.
There's a reason he left. He'll be back. Maybe he's upset because maybe he went to get the Rock's title.
It's just fucking ridiculous. How many fucking we shit on AEW each and every week for having.
I knew you were going to bring this up tonight. I knew it.
Well, listen. I mean, look, Kay. We gotta call it when we see it. Like everybody says, like, oh, Tony just shits on AEW. WWE fucks up. I'm calling him out on it, and that's fucking stupid already.
Yeah, really but his title doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but that's kind of the point.
It's like the FTW championship. He's like it meant nothing, and now that's gone. Like this, like he literally just holds it as like a trophy, a badge of honor, because it was given. Wasn't it just the one that was given to him by like Muhammad Ali's wife or daughter? Or something?
Yeah, but he actually had the thing fucking made and then had her give it to him.
It's a classic heel move. I don't hate that.
I don't know, man. Everybody starts showing up with belts, and we got a fucking situation.
Stop. Everybody's not gonna fucking start showing up with belts.
Why wouldn't they?
Fucking whoever wins this shitty fucking Saudi Arabia belt's gonna want to carry that fucking thing around with them.
Yes.
First of all, the guy that wins it this time probably won't even be up for it next year.
And we're getting Gunther and Cody Rhodes. Like, is that what this is going to be?
This is such a crutch gimmick pay-per-view.
It's fucking
insane.
terrible. It's terrible.
And the fact that we're not getting Cody and Gunther with the proper build is blasphemous. Maybe like we will eventually. Like Liv Nia Jax, I couldn't give two shits about. Whatever, that's fine. But like the fact that we're not getting Cody Gunther with a legit build to something that could main event a WrestleMania, and we're getting it now.
Thank you.
But do you think it's just Triple H putting his head down and just like this is Vince's deal? Like maybe they're just trying to plow through these fucking stupid Saudi Arabia shows.
I think Triple H will still be on board with it. Once the contract expires, I think they'll do it again.
Why don't they just have the best in the world trophy like they gave the Shane McMahon that one year? Like seriously,
right? Because they're doing such great business with the stories that they're telling. Right? WWE is definitely more story centric now.
100%.
Make The Rock beat Steve Lombardi for his belt to legitimize it.
Like from Bad Blood to Survivor Series, I'm sure they have something great planned out. But then you throw this fucking PLE smack dab in the middle, like. It sucks. I agree. Like Cody Gunther should be like a fucking well-told story, but you're just gonna make it happen to make it happen because this fucking Saudi deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't need the money anymore. They got the fucking Netflix deal.
They did.
This is like.
It.
Sorry,
they should just have like 4 Saudi wrestlers have a mini tournament and then just win this belt. And every time they come back, they could have one of these dudes defend it, and that's it. Give it a Mansoor kind of gimmick, you know?
I was just going to ask, other than Gorilla Mansoor, are there any Saudi wrestlers?
I'm sure if they look hard enough, they could find a couple of guys that they could pretend that are Saudi, you know?
I like if they do like the Kuwaiti Cup, except for the Saudi Cup, right? Remember the Kuwaiti Cup?
Yeah, like the Saudi version of King of the Ring.
Right.
Nice.
And then maybe that guy gets a title shot at one of the in-between pay-per-views between, like, I don't know, Royal Rumble and WrestleMania or something.
Or the next crown jewel.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I like the way
Yeah.
you're thinking, dude.
I do think that it should be a trophy and not a belt, because like the belt, like I've said like 3 times already, like these 2 guys and these 2 girls might not be the respective champions at the time. So how on earth are you going to defend this championship? Like it's going to be carried about. It's going to be fought over by 2 completely different people this time next year.
Ooh, maybe it's a linear title and it just goes with whoever has it until next year. Right?
But you understand what I'm saying, though, Tony, right?
No, I get it. The other thing that aggravates me is like you merged 2 of your major belts. You created a 3rd belt that you put on Raw, and now you're creating a 4th belt that only the first 2 guys who have the original 3 belts can hold. It's like, the fuck? How many fucking belts do these assholes need?
The more I'm thinking about it, the cup would be great.
Yeah.
Get their names etched in it, like the Stanley Cup. I think that's beautiful.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
That when they're not there for 6 months, they can put a reporter's head in it. It'll be fantastic.
Oh, jeez, come on, dude. They're getting better.
I mean, they don't have to.
That belt might weigh more than Liv Morgan.
Belt's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't hate the belt.
Like
by the
Nia
way.
Jax huge.
I didn't hate it either.
I guess we know who's winning.
How about that fucking Hurricane Rana? She tried to do the belly. Oof.
She's trying, bro.
I mean, know your fucking limits, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
That match was whatever. But the real story is, when is Tiff gonna fucking cash in?
She's never going to.
I really thought it was last night.
It's coming, man. I thought so too.
I really thought it was going to be last night. And I'm telling you right now, when she does finally like give Nia Jax her comeuppance, Tiffany Stratton is going to be the most over and most popular fucking wrestler on the entire roster. Did you hear the pop that she got when that music hit? It's Tiffy time. Like she is going to be like Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley level shit. Like I think she might usurp them, to be honest with you. I'm just saying.
Thoughts on It's Tiffy time? Is it a top 5 banger?
I think they better do it soon before it wears off, because it feels like they're building it. So I'd say in the next 1 or 2 months.
Crown Jewel.
What do you think of the swerve where Tiffy cashes in on somebody who beats Nia, and then Nia's like, "Hey, my girl, you gonna do the honors and lay down for me?" And then Tiffy's like,
"Oh
no,
yeah,
man, fuck you." Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think they realize how much value there is with Tiffy as a babyface, and I think that they're definitely gonna go that route. They have to go that route. To me, she's gonna be like a megastar.
Do you think that because like LA Knight, right? He got to like this point, and they didn't pull the big trigger on him, and it seems like he kind of just went back down a little bit, not to the level that he's still up there, but not to the level that he was. Now with Stratton, I think that she's getting to that point where it's like, okay, you have to move forward with it, otherwise it's going to take a step back down.
I understand what you're saying, but here's why there's a difference. On the men's side, there's so much heavy population. You have Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, all this stuff. On the women's division on SmackDown, you have Bayley and Nia, and that's it in terms of like legit main event potential talent. So I think Tiffany Stratton could easily come right back from the notch that she may have fallen and not skip a goddamn beat. Whereas LA Knight is still on the ascent, but there's just not a lot of real estate for him.
I think LA Knight's in a good spot too, where he's doing that program with Carmelo and with
Andrade.
Like they're building up to who's going to face him, right? AJ comes back, although I think he may have got hurt again Friday night. But like,
yeah, what's up with that? Did he get hurt?
They say he might have hurt his ankle. I didn't see anything today.
Yeah.
But like that's a good like we're kind of like getting back to, and it's not on the same level as when we grew up, but they're definitely setting the stage where like these are your main event guys and these are like the middle of the road guys. And it's okay to be a middle of the road guy because
I wouldn't even call them. I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't want to. I wouldn't even call them middle of the road guys. They're like your 6 man of the year guys. Like they're like the guys that could easily come off the bench and come back and main event anytime they want to. But for now, this is where they are, and that's AJ Styles. That's LA Knight. That's Andrade. And if you want to go to Raw, that's like Rey Mysterio. Like you put Rey Mysterio in a main event tomorrow, he's gonna be in a main event tomorrow. Like Sami Zayn, he's gonna do it. So like it's the cliche in sports, Matt. You know this is it's a good problem to have.
Oh, it's a great, especially for the WWE. It's a great problem for them to have. We talk about The Rock's return, but Jimmy returned too.
Oh.
Jimmy Uso returned.
Yeah.
Like, look, I love a good tag match, and I love nothing more than a hot tag. The Roman Reigns hot tag to Cody towards the end of that was fucking awesome. It's such a simple thing, but if it's done right, like it fucking rules, man. And goddamn, whoever fucking signed Jacob Fatu, I hope you get a bonus check every month because that kid's gonna be a fucking megastar.
Gonna be.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest rocket to stardom I think ever in WWE. Who else came in and is in the main event picture like that right away?
You know what sucks is that I thought it was going to be Tama Tonga. Like when Tama Tonga came in, it was so hyped. It wasn't hyped, but like the reaction he got was so insane that I thought Tama Tonga was going to be that big dude. I didn't realize Jacob Fatu was in the picture at the time, but I actually kind of feel bad for Tama Tonga because now he's in that role. Him and Tonga Loa are in the role where like they're the feeders to those guys, even though they're tag champs. But
they definitely do not have the personality of the Usos. I'm sorry, HK.
No, not at all. And I'm a guy who loves like selling, right? Always sell. But when he took the disaster kick and barely fucking moved, I had a fucking moon stem, man. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Everybody's fucked up because that's who's here now. That guy is here. Everybody's fucking dead.
And he's not unstoppable.
Right.
He can be stopped. It just takes a lot of fucking ass kicking to stop him.
And a great fucking callback with Cody jumping off the top rope through the table to Jacob Fatu, like Jacob Fatu did to him. Like great storytelling. Love Jimmy coming back. Like him and Roman embracing, then like going up halfway up the aisle and the beatdown. Jimmy's like, I'm with you. Whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
Fucking go. Like it's fucking great. And then right, we get the Rock return, which is great, and he does like 1, 2, 3, whatever the fuck that means. But then they shoot the angle at the tour bus where Kevin Owens beats the dog shit out of Cody Rhodes.
Did not see that coming.
Fucking like fantastic use, and I don't even think they shot it. I think they just used like fan footage, or they like put a plant there.
I was going to say I'd be surprised if there wasn't at least a plant there.
But like brilliant stuff because we've been asking each other right for the last like month, like when is Kevin Owens going to do it? When? And
if he even was going to be the guy, was it going to be him or was it going to be Randy?
And now we got that. That's huge for Friday Night SmackDown.
Dude, I chef's kiss this pay-per-view, man.
I feel like that's a vehicle to get Cody Rhodes out of
War Games.
That's coming up too. Because he's going to tell him, like, I can't be in this. You know, I got to deal with this guy. And then who do you bring in for the fourth man on the team? Well, if The Rock's with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso, who's going to be the fourth guy?
I don't think Rock is definitely not with them because you see what he did at when he left? Yeah. He did the old little throat slash.
Yep.
He is definitely not on the side. Now, whether or not he's on Solo and Jacob and the Tonga side, I don't know. Maybe he got 3 more. Listen, that lineage is fucking deep. You got Zilla running around. You got all these guys running around. So maybe he's starting a third branch of the bloodline. Like this is why I love it because I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen. Maybe he's the benefactor of this new rogue bloodline, and then maybe Roman Reigns isn't even in the War Games match. Maybe it's like the Usos, Sami Zayn, and Hikuleo or whoever. Like, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Jimmy Uso's return was awesome. And Matt, to your point, when he said, "I'm with you with whatever you want to do" to Roman Reigns in the aisle, like if Roman Reigns said, "Hey, let's go," I was like, "Whoa, maybe they'll do that. Like maybe they'll just leave." And you can't blame Jimmy because he said, "I'm with whatever decision you want to make." It was brilliant.
Yeah, no, look, great job with fucking WWE. Roman's a huge heel. He loses at Mania. They bring him back. He's a huge face now. I think he's fucking more over than Cody Rhodes was at Bad Blood.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Absolutely.
Look, my guy Apron Bump, Kyle, he says, I think Rock has his own third bloodline, hence the counting to 3. Some people said because the 1, 2, 3 kid was in the front row, it was an homage to him.
That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, harken back to those Attitude Era days where it was, the Rock and Sock Connection against Kane and X-Pac. I don't know if that ever happened, but that's where I was going.
Oh, they definitely had to fight each other. They definitely had to wrestle. There's got to be a Rock and Sock versus Kane and X-Pac match out there.
Is there anything else before our guest joins us and before we take a break from Bad Blood that we didn't cover that you guys want to talk about?
In the Punk McIntyre Hell in a Cell, I didn't need as much blood as I got.
Oh boy!
To start the show. And then there was 2 bumps in there where I just watching it audibly yelled like, "Oh fuck." And that was when he missed the Claymore onto the steps.
Yep.
I went,
Definitely.
"Oh fuck." It was just not good. And then when he tossed Punk into the chain link fence on the outside, I thought Punk took that very gnarly. So those were 2 spots I went, "Oh boy, not good. Oh shit."
Did you like the thump of the fucking toolbox to the head?
I mean, I like
fucking split him wide open, and the blood just pouring down his face.
Away.
I was like, "Fuck!"
And Tony, to call something back from what you said, if we're gonna shit on AEW for chair shots, we gotta shit on WWE for certain weapon using things that just don't look good. And I think the toolbox one is one of them. That was just like, oof, not good. And then to HK's point, I know the whole story was they literally said in both their promos, "I'm going to make you bleed." So like I understand it from that aspect, but it was a lot of blood.
But I don't think the toolbox shot was supposed to split Drew the way it did. I mean, he took 16 staples.
Right.
And the toolbox spot was probably just a happy accident, and that was the recreation of the Brett Austin shot.
Yeah.
Okay. So the toolbox was the thing that busted. I thought Drew got busted open somewhere else, or he.
No. When Punk
That was that.
he just
Okay.
went back up over, and it caught him just right, and it just split him open.
Like a fucking pumpkin.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, dude! When you
That
saw
was
his
Hardway,
face, it
then.
just started pouring down.
Yeah, if that was Hardway, then that was
Holy
a happy
shit.
accident. You're right.
And I would assume that they changed the canvas in between because the canvas was spotless. So, it's kind of cool to see like where the blood was as the night goes on, but good on them for fucking trying to make everything look really, professional and
Well, they
ready
changed
for every match.
They changed the canvas in between every match.
Every match.
Yes.
That's fucking expensive.
Yeah. Yep.
No wonder they only have 5 matches on these fucking shows.
They do it at Raw too.
Really?
Is that
Wow.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think within the last 2 or 3 years, I think they started doing that. But yeah, in between every match, and it might actually started in COVID. Now that I think about it, I can't recall. But yeah, but in between every match, it gets changed out.
Where were they in the Abdullah the Butcher era?
Well, they weren't worried about fucking hepatitis C and staph infection.
Well, I mean,
all that shit.
Go back and watch the ECW fucking, syndicated show where the fucking canvas just had duct tape everywhere. Like, it is what it is, man.
It's duct tape everywhere before the first match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the thing because our guy's gonna join us. Rickey Shane Page should be joining us in about 5 minutes. So
all right, yeah, let me do the thing.
Break ski, and we'll do the thing, and then we'll come back and we're gonna talk a little AEW 5th anniversary after we talk to Rickey Shane Page. Maybe the WWE dropped that Vault Omni show. I want to know if you guys have checked that out yet.
Fuck, I forgot about that shit.
we can talk about that. And we got a new NXT champion. What?
I like it. Yeah.
All right, let me do my rock. Let me do my rock impression.
Back after this.
We would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in every week to listen to The Shining Wizards. Here are some other ways in which you can support the show. If you shop on Amazon, visit amazon.shiningwizards.com and shop the way you always do. You'll pay the same low prices, and a portion of your purchase will help support the show. If you'd like to buy a Shining Wizards t-shirt, visit merch.shiningwizards.com to visit our pro wrestling tee store and select from over a dozen great designs. You can also become a Patreon supporter at patreon.shiningwizards.com, where we offer bonus content, producer credits, special legend shows where you participate in the show, and so much more. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts and watch the show live on social media. Don't forget to like, rate, review, and subscribe. Your continued support helps us to keep bringing you the best in professional wrestling podcasting.
It's time for your weekly lineup of shows on the Shining Wizards Network. On Mondays, it's the latest from Gorilla Brain, featuring the year of Duke and Rogue, covering a year's worth of classic wrestling, and the Tots Pod, introducing the world to wrestling action figure collecting. Also on Mondays, it's 30 Screams or Less, a weekly review of horror movies in 30 minutes or less. Rounding out Mondays, it's the Shining Wizards, covering everything in the world of pro wrestling. On Wednesdays, it's the Mark Order Podcast, keeping you up to date on everything AEW. On Fridays, it's Horns Up, as Radioactive Metal brings you everything in the world of heavy metal music. And on Saturdays, it's the ROH Revelry, covering everything in the history of Ring of Honor. The Shining Wizards Network is also the home to other great shows, like Bread Club, bringing you the latest from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The Brocast, your watch-along from Down Under, featuring the greatest wrestling matches in history. Turnbuckle Throwbacks, paying homage to the greatest shows in the history of pro wrestling. Wrestling Night in Canada, a focus on wrestling with a north-of-the-border spin. Going Underground, taking you back to everything in the history of Lucha Underground. An inconclusive breakdown, keeping you up to date on everything happening in the world. Enjoy all of the amazing shows on the Shining Wizards Network, available wherever you listen to podcasts and at shiningwizardsnetwork.com. It's the Shining Wizards Network. Entertainment here.
For centuries, women have tried to enhance the size of their breasts because women know that itty-bitty titties just don't stack up. After all this time, 21st century technology has provided the ladies with a modern miracle of science. Introducing Curve Crafter 5000 for the ultimate in cleavage construction. A technological breakthrough with 2 simple suction cups. Ladies, you can suck your way to the size of your dreams. And if you act now, you get the sweater stretcher absolutely free to guarantee firmness and a full bosom that people with any pronouns will enjoy. For the Curve Crafter 5000 and the free sweater stretcher, call now at 551-333-1030 for only $29.99 plus $5 shipping and handling, or send check or money order to the address on your screen. Da, da, da,
You know what I love the most about that commercial is when he says Lu Cha Underground, like it's a guy's name. I can laugh every time.
Lucha Underground.
What are you eating?
Cha.
What are you eating?
Rice cake.
Of course, I should have known.
Damn, man.
Go-to show snack is rice.
Snack.
Snacks.
Before the show started, I went down over to the Quick Check to get myself an energy drink, and I've been really jonesing for some golden Oreos.
Ooh, good shit.
And as I was listening to Outlaws Independence podcast and kind of listening to them pontificate, I saw a car accident.
We do live in New Jersey. I mean,
yes, a man. I guess the light was yellow, and the man went to take the left because yellow means slow down. And the guy coming the other way He didn't want to slow down. So instead of stopping, swerved around, took out a fucking fire hydrant, and crashed right next to the quick check.
How many horns were honked?
No horn.
None? What the fuck? You guys honk your horns nonstop for no apparent reason. This happens and not one horn?
Not one horn. So
this dude probably had a swerve. He probably didn't have time to go for the horn.
Everyone was like standing there, so I called 911 and I was like, "Hey, there's an accident."
Would he choke slam a couple bitches?
You called him like Moose? Hey.
Yeah. Fucking Frankenstein played and it was fucking crazy. Then I went inside to the quick check to get my stuff, and the guy at the counter was like, I could see them all looking out the window, and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Better than that guy." Wow. I thought I was gonna be fucking late to the show. I was like,
"Why? You weren't involved in the accident?"
"Oh, I know. I was all jammed up though." Called 911. The fucking guy had a zillion questions for me.
Say, look, just show up. I'm getting my fucking sub at Wawa. Leave me alone.
I didn't want to know. We're not getting a sub. My golden Oreos and a giant Slim Jim.
Oh yeah,
I love those giant Slim Jims. Those Macho Man Slim Jims.
Oh my god! And you really do snap them when you bite them. They're so good.
Delightful, perfect treat. And then my Oreos I'll eat after dinner later tonight.
You didn't partake in them now?
No, I kind of was on the fence about it.
What's a golden Oreo?
It's kind of
vanilla, basically.
It's like a vanilla cookie instead of a chocolate cookie.
It's delightful.
Do you go for the double stuff, or are you a guy that like singles fine?
No, I double stuff all day. Look at me. Come on. Don't be ridiculous.
Are you dunking?
No, I'm not dunking.
You're not dunking.
Oh my god, dunk them in your energy drink. I bet you that's delightful.
Oh, no way. Double stuffed golden vanilla Oreo in a Starburst.
But why double stuff? Like, to me, that's too much cream. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking the only thing at the quick check, and I've been fucking wanting double stuffed Oreo cookies.
That's a weird want.
Well, I wonder if our guest double stuffs or has been double stuffed.
Oh, come on now.
Excuse me?
How do you feel about the double stuffed Oreos, Mr. Page?
Oh, well, I love them. They're the only ones to eat. Single stuff for losers. Love the most stuff, too. Those ones are real good.
Oh, wait, what is this?
You only get them at like gas stations because that's pretty much all I eat is gas station food because I'm on the road all the time. Yeah, they're like the most stuff. There's like that much cream filling them. They're crazy.
It's like double stuff.
Yeah, it's like quadruple stuffed.
Yeah. Are you a dunker?
I've been known to dunk.
Attaboy.
See, why doesn't Nabisco just put that cream in a can then? Oh yeah. Seriously, just like 2 cookies and a spray can. That's all you need, right? And you can make a fucking mango.
Like a can of cheese.
Yeah.
It's $1 million idea there.
Fucking put that shit on everything.
It's called whipped cream, guys.
No. Come on. There's a difference between whipped cream and Oreo cream.
Yeah. I mean, they had to have thought about it. They just don't think it's going to work.
I think
anything's possible.
You have 6 guys right here that would definitely pick up a can.
Fuck
I'll
yeah,
put
dude.
cream in a can for you.
I'd put my cream everywhere.
Let me ask our guest this. If you had a can of Oreo cream, what other stuff would you put it on besides Oreos?
Biscoff cookies.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Maybe like a wafer?
I was thinking about titties and stuff.
I mean,
No,
that's
I meant
not all,
food.
Tony.
I meant food, Tony.
Iced
That's
oatmeal
not
cookies.
Oh yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Titties are nourishing.
Old feeding tubes, huh?
They have their old cream, Tony.
Welcome to the show, Ricky.
Hi.
He's a former GCW World Champion, MLW Tag Champion, MLW National Openweight Champion. In October 18th, Clash Wrestling. He's going to take on Krule in a terrifying death match that his boy Atticus Coger set up. Death matches are nothing new to you, but this is a big deal here going into this October 18th show on IWTV. How do you prepare for a match of such magnitude?
I mean, again, nothing I haven't been through before. I think I'm more worried about Krule than I am the match type, to be honest with you. But this stipulation is really cool. It's like I don't know if you know what IWA East Coast is, but there's an old death match company. They did a thing called Death from Above. It's basically like a mousetrap contraption, and you hit these light tubes, and these like other things swing down and hit you in the head. So that's what we're doing, and it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm more worried about Krule than that thing, because Krule's huge.
And he just was set on fire yesterday or over the weekend.
Was he really?
Didn't Matthew Justice put him in the casket and set that shit on fire?
I did not see that. Not surprised.
It's all the rage on the internet. People are all fucking upset about it. They think they went too far, but it looked great.
Sounds about right.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh no, the internet's mad about something.
It's a day that ends in Y.
Yeah.
You're a professional wrestler, but now it looks like you're kind of going into the promoting thing. How do you change hats? Like, this is this Clash Wrestling show on the 18th, Simply the Best, is a big deal for you. How hard is it for you to kind of switch back and forth from Rickey Shane Page, the wrestler, to the promoter?
I hate wrestling on the shows that I'm promoting. I will say that I'm not a fan. But it's not that hard for me. I really enjoy that part of the business, like the promoting and the storyline writing and promo producing. Like, I really like that part of it. So it's fun for me. So it's not like I'm like, oh, this is a chore and I have to like do all this extra work. I get to do this, and it's fun for me. So, but yeah, I'm putting like everything I got into this show. It's going to be, I hope it's going to be a big deal, and it's going to be awesome.
When you say that you don't like wrestling on the shows that you're promoting, is it just strictly from like a time management standpoint?
Yeah, I guess the best word. I'm particular.
Yeah.
About what I want, persnickety, if you will. So I really like to be hands-on, and I want to talk to everybody and tell everybody what I want. And I just have a hard time doing that when I have to also. And then on the other side of me, I'm very much, when I'm wrestling, I want to be the best that I can be. I want to have the best match on the card that I'm supposed to be having. Like, so it's like, that is, I guess, the part where there's like two hats is a bit hard for me to juggle. Is I want to put so much energy into my match and into wrestling as I do as running the show as well. So it's kind of hard to balance.
Is there a particular? Go ahead, Kev.
Sorry. No, go ahead, Bruno.
Oh, okay. Is there a particular match you're looking forward to besides obviously yours on this card?
Honestly, all of them. I actually am looking forward to all of them a lot. Particularly Homicide and Vincent Nothing. Homicide's like one of my favorite wrestlers ever. And I used to go to Ring of Honor shows all the time down in Dayton to go see him wrestle. And I have somewhere in my closet, there's like a 20-year-old Ring of Honor Homicide shirt that's like barely hanging on by a thread that I wore till it's like gray now. It's not even black anymore. But so just to be able to text Homicide and be like, hey man, can you do this? And he's like, yeah, of course. And so that just blows my mind. So, and I've known Vince for 20 years, and I know how good he is, and I know that they're going to have like a really good, like, strong style match that may or may not get a little crazy, because you know how Homicide is.
Can you talk a little bit about your time working this MLW run with Raven and Akira and all that stuff, and how did you enjoy doing those working with those guys? Yeah.
Oh man, MLW was great. I learned so much. I got to really like kind of learn how a TV product works, and I'm very much a person who asks questions and watches stuff and learns as much as I can. And you know, I was an agent there, so I was privy to those conversations, and I was in on like the production calls and things like that. So I got to listen to the people who, you know, make the show happen. I got to listen to them and how they do it, and that was really, really cool for me. And then on the other side of it, the wrestling part, like I got to wrestle with one of my childhood heroes, Raven. He's one of the reasons I got into wrestling and reasons I cut my promos the way I do. A lot of my stuff is emulated after him. And so it was really cool. And he was so nice and so forthcoming with knowledge and stuff. And he wanted nothing but to help us. And, you know, I got to do a program with Raven in the ECW arena. I don't know. That's like, doesn't get any cooler than that, man.
Yeah, and it came across as a fan as like one of like the hottest things on TV and wrestling at the time. So it was really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We try. Like I said, everything I do, I try to do to my absolute best, as good as I can do it. I want it to be anything that I'm involved with. I want it to be the best.
Was there anything that surprised you in working with Raven during that program?
His sense of humor. So I get this a lot. Like, I understand like a dry humor, like a British humor. I always get that from my friends from the UK. They're always like, "Oh, you like understand like British humor," and I feel like Raven very much has like a dry sense of humor, but like he'll say like a joke, and then no one would catch it, and then I'd catch him. He'd say it, and then I'd start chuckling, and he'd be like, "That." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, yeah. Because he's so smart, you know what I mean? So like sometimes I think he makes jokes in it over people's heads sometimes, but nah, he's the man. Like one of the things that really did surprise me, I guess it shouldn't have surprised me, but I've told this story before, but he like yelled at me one day because I was doing a lot on the show. I had like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of segments I had to do, and I was getting pissed off because again, I like to do everything the best I can. So I had all this stuff to do. I was getting pulled in every which way, every direction. People were yelling at me to be in places that I needed to be. And I kind of was like, guys, I can't be everywhere at the same time. I kind of got a little frustrated. And Raven was like, "Hey, come here." And he like pulled me aside, and there's like these stairs that go up to the Eagles Nest up at the arena. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Shut the fuck up." He was like, "They're pushing you. And you get to be on a bunch of segments. What are you complaining about?" He's like, "Just do your job. Shut up." And I was like, "Yep, yes, sir, will do." And so I did. I shut the fuck up, and I did what I was told. So.
I don't want to make this like a podcast about Raven, but last question on him real quick is, do you think Raven as a performer got the most out of the business that he could have?
Oh, I mean, dude, I don't think people realize, one, how long he's been around, and like he started in the 80s. He was friends with Shane McMahon, and like outside of wrestling, was in WCW, was in ECW, back to WCW, back to WWE, TNA. Like, dude did it all, you know. So I don't think he gets enough credit.
That's basically what it was. That was the question. Yeah,
he's a genius. Yeah,
great answer.
Well, sweet.
Didn't want to ask another Raven question.
That's me, Raven. Listen, I'll start a podcast about Raven.
He had his own podcast, didn't he?
He does. He still does.
Yeah.
No.
Does he? Okay, I can't keep track of who everybody that has.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah, we do. Look at us.
Here we are.
Rickey Shane Page is on the line with us. October 18th, Clash Wrestling, simply the best, IWTV.live. If you cannot be in Taylor, Michigan, tickets start at $20. I mean, that's the fucking best bang for your buck. You're going to see Homicide, Rickey Shane Page, Alex Colon. It's going to be a great, great card. Ricky, you've been around for a very, very long time. Did you just shit your pants?
No, my chair's like...
Right.
Brother, I'll claim it if I shit my pants. I'll tell you.
That would be huge if you did, by the way.
What do I care?
Yes, we're gonna go right to it then, because I always ask, when was the last time you shit your pants?
Oh God, recently.
Fuck yeah.
God, everybody's been recently lately.
Hot
It's
streak
great.
for a while. So I'll tell you why. It's not just because I'm like, dude, I got like a bidet and everything. So
hey, I'm with you. Bidet is the best,
brother. Once I went to Japan, I didn't. There's no going back.
Right.
No. So like, in maybe like a year and a half ago, I had got MRSA, and I had to take antibiotics, and then it came back, so I had to take more antibiotics, and then I got sick. I took 5 rounds of antibiotics in 6 months.
Ugh.
And let me just tell you, I was shitting my pants quite often. quite often. I was just like, you know what, dude? I turned 40, and then that happened, and then I was like, well, I can never trust a fart ever again.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. The last time I shit my pants, and we've had this conversation 1,000 times on the show, I was inches from the toilet. Inches.
I have a great shitting pants story.
Here for it. Let's go.
Okay, and it doesn't involve me.
Yeah, we love the tattletale stories.
Okay. Do we all know Bill Carr, Butch, or what is he called? Yeah, but yeah. Dutch, not Butch. Butch is my boy Pete. Dutch, that's it. I was hanging out with him one time. We were at a the Every Time I Die Christmas show ran by Andy Williams, the Butcher. Maybe that's where I was getting. Anyways, we were eating at Denny's, and we're talking about dudes hanging out at Denny's talking about shitting your pants. So what else are you gonna do? And he was like, I was like. And Bill goes, yeah, I don't know how many times I have. And he was like, triple digits. And I was like,
triple?
What? I said, sir, excuse me? I said, so at minimum, 100 times you've shit that's once a week for 2 years, dog. Like, what? But then in my head, I started going, well, maximum is 999. So where are we at, Bill? Because it matters. I never got an answer.
Have you ever shit your pants in the ring?
No, close though.
Because John Wayne Murdoch was here last week, and he told a story where he wrestled Mance and had to go home early because he shit his pants.
Oh, it happens quite often.
Has it ever happened to someone wrestling you?
He's got another story.
I've been wrestling for 23 years, so this is an even better story. So this was 2006. Wrestling for JT Lightning, Cleveland All Pro Wrestling, Cleveland, Ohio. Me and my tag partner Vincent Nothing, who was wrestling Homicide, we had they did TV. So we had like a quick little match at the beginning of the show. Then during our match, or in between our match, there was another match, like a squash match. And then the promoter was like, oh, JT was like, I want you guys to do another squash match. And we were like, okay, like, I don't know why, but whatever. So my friend who was wrestling in the one match shit his pants while he was wrestling. Then there was a squash match, and then we had to do this other tag match right after. So he comes to the back, and they didn't know that they had to be in this tag match. They didn't know until they came to the back. Okay. So they come through the curtain. I'm like, hey, man, we're doing this and this and this and this. And he's going, and I'm like, what? And he's like, shit in my pants. And I was like, how much? And he was like, I mean, not that much. And I was like, we don't got time. So we went out there and we wrestled again. And I fucking powerbombed him and gave him a T-bone.
Giving him a comic drop.
Jesus
and he had an undisclosed amount of poop in his pants.
Well, that's rough. Hey, you mentioned Japan. When you went, did you try the raw horse meat?
Sure did. I had it multiple times. It was delicious. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, I had it just raw horse, just nothing, just with some like teriyaki and a little bit of like wasabi. Then I had it on like a sushi roll that had a little bit of teriyaki sauce on it. So good.
Did you know it was raw horse meat?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Yeah.
I'll try anything. I'll eat anything. It don't matter to me. What else? I eat chicken bones out there. I eat raw beef liver. I eat chicken hearts. I'll eat whatever they put in front of me. I'll try it.
Chicken hearts are kind of gross. Like they got like this weird like pasty consistency.
Yeah, the chicken bones and cartilage was real weird too.
Like, how did you eat that? Did they just like stew it up and like you're eating
I
porridge?
think they boil it. They like boil it and they make it kind of soft and then they bread it and deep fry it.
You know what? Anything breaded and deep fried can't be that bad.
You would think, yeah. It wasn't good.
What, they got Rocky Mountain oysters?
I would have rather have had that than the chicken bones, but
right.
But listen, man, I'm in Japan. I'm, just a poor white kid from Ohio, dude. I'm in Japan. I'm eating stuff. First time I ever had sushi, Tokyo.
That's not a bad place to start.
With Zack Sabre Jr.
Hey, did you buy the panties in the vending machine while you were there?
Nah, that's a rumor.
That's not real?
Nah, I mean, that's maybe certain places, but it's not like it's like everywhere. There's just vending machines every 15 feet.
What's the weirdest thing you ever bought from a vending machine?
Like a full meal.
Like ramen soup, like a cheeseburger? Because we got a cheeseburger thing at the mall.
Like a curry.
Really?
with like the chicken, the rice, like everything, and it just comes out of it. Yeah,
I
but
bet
it's like actually good.
It was good.
Oh yeah, real good.
I'm very upset to hear that this.
One time I went to this restaurant and they had like
a
there was like a machine and you just had a bowl and you push this button and then just rice just came out and just like all you could eat rice. It was awesome.
We need those machines here.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
No joke.
I have one downstairs.
Fucking A, dude.
She's not here and she's never gonna hear this. Don't you rat me out, you motherfuckers.
I'm pretty sure I got her number.
Don't you do it. Hey, RSP, let's talk about 440H.
440.
440.
440H.
There's like 5 different versions, right? There's like the blue one, the orange one, the yellow one.
Nah, there's only one, really, my one. But we're a little split right now. So I guess there's a blue and a yellow.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Listen, sometimes kids don't want to listen, and I got to teach them things.
What kind
My
of
students, they're just idiots, and Daddy's gonna come home and put them all in place.
Oh yeah.
Spankings for everyone.
Nah, it's just honestly, like I was just trying to be the NWO.
All right.
Always wanted to be in the Wolfpack, so Mabel and Wolfpack. Straight up, that's just for real. Have you really watched the 440 stuff? You could say like the 440 Blue. We started doing like a lot of gangster rap stuff, coming out to gangster rap, which Hall and Nash did, and stuff like that. And like they started coming out to the Wolfpack music and being all wearing FUBU and being idiots. Like I'm just copying that stuff.
Okay,
and just making it my own. Like I think a lot of people, when they try to copy stuff, they just straight up copy it, and it's like, no, man, you gotta like be smart about it. I take inspiration from everything: movies, wrestling. Like 440 came from my friends. I'll tell you all the inspiration. There was the NWO, DX, the Bullet Club, Schadenfreude, which is a faction that was in the UK during the boom of the UK British wrestling scene, and they were merch machines. It was nuts. Like Walter was in it, Timothy Thatcher, Chris Brooks, Lycos. Like there was the Aussie Open were in it. They were awesome. And so I just patterned stuff after all those groups, and then I made 440.
Is there who's the 440 version of Vincent in your group?
Vincent.
Yeah.
he was in it. Vincent was in 440 for one night.
Did you?
That's incredible.
There's pictures of it and everything. Him and Bob Orton Sr.
Oh, my best friend Ace.
Yeah, those are two 440 alumni.
Here's my bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
Couldn't have 2 better heaters than Vincent and Ace.
And Cowboy Bob.
Yeah.
There was like NWO, like B team, C team. They were on like WCW Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what they were for us. When the boys got to wrestle in front of Buffalo Wild Wings in West Virginia, and Bob Senior's there, and you want to put him in 440 for the night to sell a couple more T-shirts, you do.
You couldn't get Horace Hogan to swing by.
Yeah. Boulder wasn't in, dude.
I like 440.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I got a 440 breast cancer shirt on right now.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
And you're 440 blue.
Yes, this is an older shirt that we came out with, and we gave all the proceeds away to the breast cancer awareness.
You're pretty nice for a deathmatch guy.
Yeah, we tried. One of the members of our 440's mother had breast cancer, and she's a breast cancer survivor. So we tried to do stuff for it. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Thanks,
Deathmatch wrestling. We're doing this hell from above or whatever with the fucking mouse.
Death from above.
All right, hell from above. I don't know, man. I ain't get my finger stuck in a mouse trap. Fuck that shit. The mouse can fucking live. I'll get some glue traps. I ain't fuck with no mouse trap. What's the worst? So we had John Wayne Murdoch last week, and he said like it's the constant death match is like doing several in a weekend, and then the recovery where like the t-shirt's sticking to you or the sheets to your bed. Like, what's the worst for you?
Yeah, it's the same. When I was doing it like that, I don't do it like that anymore. John Wayne's a maniac. He's the schedule he keeps is absolutely insane. But it was the recovery process. It was just, I felt like my body was just always like repairing itself, so I always felt sick because I was just constantly trying to heal. So that, I'd say that's the worst part, and just being itchy, and you go to rub your back and you cut your finger because there's a piece of glass sticking out of your back, and then you're like, oh, I got to get that out of my back now, and like, just stuff like that. I don't miss that part of it, so coming back and doing a couple more of these matches is not looking forward to it, but we're gonna get it, and I'm gonna show everybody why I was at one point best deathmatch wrestler in the world.
Yeah, John had said he it's disgusted, like he doesn't fuck with toothpicks anymore because he was like constantly pulling toothpicks and like not just like pulling them out like skewers, like getting completely underneath the skin.
Yeah, as far as I know, unless he got them taken out, but last time I heard and talked to Atticus, he had toothpicks stuck in his shoulder for like years.
Oh.
So yeah.
Is there anything you ever refused to do, or?
No. A lot of times people would refuse to do stuff to me that I asked them to do.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. What? Like what?
When I was in CZW, one time I was wrestling Danny Havoc, and do you guys know what a gusset plate is?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah. Well, I was a bit inexperienced with those. And back then I was just stupid. So I was like, yo, just put that gusset plate like on my face and just punch it.
Oh,
yeah.
And I was
gonna wonder why he said no.
I was gonna let him stick them to like my cheeks. And my face.
Fuck,
And,
man.
he was like, no. And I was like, come on, dude. And he's like, no. And I was like, all right, whatever. Then, okay, so that night was the first time I had to do gusset plates. And I did a swanton off the top and I landed on him. And I remember being like, oh my God, that hurt so bad. And then he grabbed my foot and he pulled me and they were like,
Oh,
and I was just
geez.
like, oh. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't let him punch that in my face.
Were you ever a recipient of the drill dough?
Nah.
Oh, you never got there with Louis?
Nope, never wrestled Louis.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
His kid's following in his footsteps now too.
I saw
there's
Louis.
fucking
I saw
two
Louis.
of those fuckers running around these days.
This is my you guys want I do one impersonation and it's Louis. You want to hear it?
Yes, yes, of course.
Because we all do it too.
I love this shit. That's a good Louis, dude.
I love this shit.
He just makes a noise. It's not even words.
Spot on.
Shout out Louis.
He's the fucking best.
Louis the man.
Okay, so you did the deathmatch thing for a while, right? Like,
yes, sir.
The needle through the dick spot, right? That happened like that's a bit much, no?
Here's my thing. Willing participants. So it's like if it's a bit much for you, sure, don't watch it. I thought it was kind of gross, but whatever. I think that people forget that XPW is like satire,
right?
And they're like trying to freak people out and do extreme shit. It's literally called like rated R, don't bring your kids, TV mature. It's everything's behind a paywall, and then they do something crazy, and people are like, I can't believe they're doing that. It's like,
yeah, but satire's like a Far Side comic, not a needle in the dick.
Yeah, it's like what don't go watch Extreme Pro Wrestling then, maybe, guys. Like, I don't know. But
I actually watched their last, not the last show, the show before that from Newark. Look at what you made me do. Kind of enjoyed it, actually.
Dude, XPW runs good shows. I've been working for him. Like, I have no issues there. Like,
no needles and dicks either.
Yeah, not since I've been there. I know I've been told that they're trying to dial back a little bit on the deathmatch stuff.
All right, let me ask you this: Mickey Knuckles' butt cheeks sticking out, yay or nay?
Nay.
That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, just me personally, I don't like when the girls' asses are just all the way out.
All right, thank you.
Like, it's just too much. Like, and some of them, I mean, listen, girls, wear what you want. Listen, I love it. Do what you got to do. I want you to feel good about your bodies and stuff. But like, there's kids watching these shows sometimes, and like, your whole ass is out. Like, just put some fishnets on or something. Like, just read the room too. Like, if it's a certain show, don't wear that, I guess. I don't know. If I had like a thong on and like my boys were just barely covered, I think people would have a problem with that. But I think Mickey like I said, express yourself the way you want. But I think Mickey is a legend, and her performance at TOD was like really good. And I think that sometimes her having her ass out overshadows how awesome she is and how tough she is.
I'm excited to see if Tony brings this up in 2 weeks when Mickey is on the show.
Oh, 100% won't.
Oh, come on.
No, I will. That's one of the reasons why we booked her. We got to ask her about the ass cheeks. That's
not one of the reasons why we booked her. Jesus.
I mean, it's low on the totem pole, but for sure, come on.
Do your thing, Auntie Mickey. I get it, but I know how much of a badass she is. I watched her whole career, so yeah, I just know how fucking cool she is.
Like, I mean, if Goldberg came out in a thong, like, you know, he's a legend, but still, you wouldn't want to see his fucking twig and berries flopping out.
Yeah, exactly. It's just wrestle.
Yeah.
Rikishi was out there with his ass out.
True, but that was his gimmick.
And that was just taken to an extreme level, like, you know.
Yeah, but it was his gimmick. It was what he did. It wasn't like he was like just a random man and he pulled his ass out. His whole gimmick was his ass.
Ah, so like Midian, that didn't fly, but Rikishi, that flies.
Well,
I'm with you.
Naked Midian is his gimmick. If these girls want to be Butt Cheeks Johnson, then I guess they can be Butt Cheeks Johnson.
I could watch Butt Cheeks Johnson.
I think we just found the name of the episode, by the way.
When will Butt Cheeks Johnson be debuting at Clash Wrestling?
Next show, guys, come to this one and there'll be a vignette. There'll be a vignette planned for his debut at the next show.
And the funny thing is, I bet you Ricky's already got somebody in mind to play Butt Cheeks Johnson.
Dude, I always got somebody on my sleeve. Don't worry about it. I know some people with some cheeks.
Butt Cheeks Johnson.
I feel like I'm gonna get so much heat for that.
No. Listen, I'm Mr. Sensitive. I'm like Mr. like toe in the line, like PG guy.
Okay.
Butt Cheek Johnson is perfect.
All right.
So when this Clash Wrestling show goes down Simply the Best on the 18th, what will a new fan to Clash Wrestling what should they expect to see during this show?
I'll say even the new fans and fans of Clash Wrestling, it's going to be a bit of a different show. Clash, this is something new that Clash is coming to do with me. They run very much family friendly oriented shows and have for close to 20 years in the Detroit area. So they wanted to kind of step outside their comfort zone and do something a little bit more mature. So they came to me for it. So a lot of this stuff is fresh and a lot of it isn't necessarily Clash canon. It was really funny. I tried to get a bunch of the Clash people and Michigan talent on the show, but just none of them could make it. They were all booked already, so which actually sucked. But it's gonna be a bit of the 440 universe, a bit of the deathmatch universe, and just I really like stories and I really like producing videos and stuff. We put out a video today with Judge Joe Dredd. Where we set up his match for the show against one of my students, the Turbo Lover, for the RCW Championship, which is RCW is like my student fed that student promotion I do here in Cleveland. So there's a little bit of that there. So I'm kind of just introducing people to a new world, but also want to show them what Clash kind of does outside of these hardcore shows. I just want to produce something cool and something that you can watch and have a good feel. And I want it to be like epic and like old FMW.
So what are your expectations in terms of how this show will be received for the Clash audience and people that may not be familiar with you 100%?
I think it'll be a different way than indie wrestling is produced, because I don't think indie wrestling is produced. And that's something that I have always tried to implement and change anytime I have anything to do with the show, whether I'm running it or not. So it'll be a lot. There'll be more production. There'll be more thought put into things. That I want it to be an entire show that you can watch live on IWTV, but I also want it to be an experience if you come to the show in Taylor, Michigan, and watch it there too. I really just want anyone who comes and watches it to forget where they are for about 2 hours and just watch some good wrestling.
Yeah, and if there's it's time now more than ever with everything going on where it's nice to give people the outlet and the entertainment just to take a couple hours to forget about whatever's going on in the world, especially for down there in Florida and stuff, because it's some awful shit. And I've unfortunately been through the flooding myself, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So on the 18th of October, if you can't be in Michigan, go to iwtv.live, and you can watch this fantastic Clash Wrestling show. You said old FMW, and I instantly went to like a random Bob Backlund 6-man, but that was war. Yes. So
listen, same vibe. I want an epic main event with a sick undercard. It's a little bit of Ring of Honor, IWA Mid-South, and RSP mixed together. And
I like that. If you can find any wrestling and romance out there, I would love to watch that too.
Well, I'll listen. I'm very heavily influenced by old Japanese deathmatch and wrestling.
You can't find it on fucking YouTube, but nowhere. None of those war shows are anywhere.
You ever? Oh man, I wonder if like Naylor or somebody would know.
Dude,
Rob Naylor
he's doing with Chris Zellner and oh my god, Center Stage Chronicles is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like awesome. I bet Hero has it. Chris Hero probably got a tape somewhere. He's a tape pervert.
Tape pervert. Yeah. I used to buy them fucking. I was a tape pervert too. I'd go through that. I had that RF video catalog, and I would fucking go through it, and anything that was like match in a bathhouse, naked women. I was like, I need to order this tape now.
Dude, it was maybe like 5-6 years ago, maybe longer. RF Video was selling all their VHS tapes, like every ECW show ever, and I put very serious thought into buying it.
So did I. It was like $2,000, I think.
Yep. And then he posted a picture of them in the dumpster, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna drive to Jersey and go get these.
I'd be divorced. I'd be living in a fucking one-bedroom apartment if I fucking spent $2,000 on the ECW tape library, because there's no
on VHS.
You wouldn't be able to. I told my buddy, I'm like, you got an extra. He's like a fucking garage sale dude. I'm like, I'm looking for a VCR. He shows up like 3 days later with 3. He's like, I won't buy a fucking garage sale. They were throwing them out. I grabbed them.
I got one in my living room right now.
Mine's downstairs now. I keep moving it.
I got one in my living room as well.
I've got 4 motherfuckers.
This guy's making dubs.
I bought one from some lady a couple years ago in Fairfield, brand new in box, $20.
Yeah, but what about VCRs?
Was it a Toshiba?
I think it was, yeah.
Ricky, this has been a fucking blast, man. Anytime you want to come back on or you have something to promote, we'd love to have you, man.
Sure. I don't do podcasts often, but I had fun, so I'll definitely hit you guys up if I have something to promote again.
Yeah, awesome. And we're looking forward to the 18th. We'll promote it on social media.
Yes, please.
It or whatever. And man, I'll be watching, even if it's not live. I'll watch it on IWTV.
Oh no, it's live. We're streaming live.
Me personally.
I see. Okay.
I work on a food truck, so I can't be around.
Okay, gotcha. Listen, I know the food truck
weekend nights. So
shout out to Drew Cordero and Championship Melt out in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Grilled cheese gimmick.
Yep.
Oh, I love a good grilled cheese.
Come on, Nelly, what are you doing, man?
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm always hungry. So what the fuck is the difference?
You can follow Ricky on social media at Ricky Shane Page, at Clash Wrestling, clashwrestling.com. If you're going to get your tickets.
.net.
Oh, excuse me. .net. Sorry. It's
okay. No, it's okay.
$20. It's, come on. What do you
Big show for $20.
Yeah. It's great. You get the whole family together. You buy some 44 t-shirts. The blue team. Don't go with the yellow shit.
Only blue.
Only blue. She needed the money.
Fucking boo-hoo.
Anything else before we let you go, Ricky?
No, just thank you, and anybody that's a fan of mine that has supported 440 and anything I've done, like, thanks. It means a lot. It really does. And just come watch the show and watch it on IWV or come out and be there live. I'm really excited. I'm putting a lot into this one, and I'm calling in some favors. So I hope it goes well and everybody has a good time.
Well, good luck, man.
Thank you.
And see you later.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, you know what? No, wait, hold on. I got to ask because you're from Ohio.
Yep.
And I went after Lord Crew with this.
Well, hang on, real quick. He's from Cincinnati. You might as well be Kentucky. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're asking.
So I gotta know, right? This bullshit Skyline chili. It's fucking gross. That's my fucking guy.
Dude, if I want fucking spaghetti, I'll just get spaghetti, dude.
Who puts fucking chili on spaghetti? What kind of
They do. Skyline chili mac. That's like one of the things they do. It's disgusting.
Fucking gross.
Nah, dude, Cincinnati is gross, bro. Don't go there.
Almost dropped a hard R there.
Which one?
The fucking gross. Who does that? I went out there for a fucking baseball game. Like, yeah, Skyline chili. I'm like,
nah, it's trash, dude.
Put it on spaghetti. I'm like, what is this?
Nah, listen, come up to Cleveland, go to Swenson's, get yourself a burger, and be done.
There you go.
Once.
Nice. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Ricky.
Listen, no one shit their pants for the rest of the week, okay?
All right.
Try not to, Ricky.
No promises. No promises.
Never promises.
Rickey Shane Page. That was fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
What a hoot.
Yeah.
He got on well with us.
Yeah, he did.
He turned on me.
Turned on you? You were not looking forward to it? What do you mean he turned on you?
I don't know. I just felt like the right thing to say, but it didn't really make sense for the situation because I didn't have any. I didn't hate him, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And
Great guy.
Tony didn't hate him because Tony stayed for it. So.
Is this what we're doing now?
No, I was trying to make a joke. It was not good. It was not good. AEW did have their 5th anniversary show on Wednesday night, though. Dynamite 5. Come on, Nelly. Here, just for you guys. Oh, there we go. All right, come on.
I like pets.
Fuck AEW.
What are you talking about? It was a good.
I found Bull Nakano and Dump Matsumoto walking around fucking Lower Manhattan. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat.
What are we doing here?
Bull Nakano and Dump Matsumoto walking around Lower Manhattan in the 80s? How could you fucking go wrong with this?
You can't. So wait, you finished the Queen of the Villains? I mean,
yes. Now I'm obsessed with Dump Matsumoto.
Dude, did you watch the hair versus hair match, the original? It's on YouTube.
No, I know. I have yet to watch it, but yes, I'm looking forward to a deep dive on this shit.
Yeah,
because dude, if it's anything like what they portrayed in the show, it's fucking disgusting, dude.
Well, what do you mean,
like the scissors and the fork and the stabbing and everybody's just bleeding everywhere, and she fucking just hits everybody with everything.
Yeah, they did that hair versus hair.
I think it was a little overkill though on the show. Like I think they went a little too far with it.
Well, it's a docu-series?
It's
not like it's not a documentary. Like they definitely embellished.
Although she put her father through the wall of the apartment, and then 2 episodes later, her sister put her through the fucking wall. So who's the stronger one in the family?
What about the wall? The wall's just shit.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
It seems like all the construction in the tenements are shit. The queen, what is it, the Queen of Violence? The Queen of
Villains.
Queen of Villains. Yeah. The docuseries on Dump Matsumoto and all the women of All Japan Wrestling.
See, I watched Glow.
Oh, did you see them titties?
Of course.
Dude, I really wish Glow would have got their final season, dude. Like they did, they just cut it off and never went back to it.
There was more titties to be seen.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Glow had titties?
Oh, Glow's got titties.
I heard in the final, fucking the welfare queen just motorboats everybody.
Oh my god,
that's the finale.
It would have been if we ever got season 4.
Would have seen some scissors in
fucking
that.
Mark Moran fucking just jizzes all over their tits. He lines them up.
He lines them up.
Yeah, just puts them all in a row. He tries to get through all of them in one shot.
one by one.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the control of that guy?
It was like a Nabisco spray can of Oreo cream.
There you go. That's what you put the cream on.
How does it go so far off the rails?
I didn't know that the Glow show had boobs.
Lots of titties on Glow.
What the fuck, guys?
Wait, you're talking about fucking stinky pussy in the first fucking half hour of the show, and titties is bad?
No,
we're talking about the hard C.
Yeah, Kate did drop a hard C. You guys missed that one.
I have to go back and listen.
Hard C is going to be one of the titles of this episode too,
Oh, wait.
or chapter titles.
I also jotted down the tape pervert. We got the.
Yo, the fact that tape pervert came up and then RF video came up immediately after that.
Exactly what
It
I was
like,
thinking.
what are we doing?
Hard C could be Butt Cheeks Johnson's manager, I think.
Hard C and Hard R are managed by Butt Cheeks Johnson.
Yes.
He puts the hard C in cheeks.
Jeez Louise. So no, you don't want to talk about Dynamite?
No, we can.
I do.
A 5-year anniversary show. My
Matt, I would like to talk to you about Dynamite.
Hold on, Urka makes a good point here. I like how this podcast reminds everyone about Breast Cancer Awareness Month by talking about titty a lot.
Love the titties, Urka.
Big boob guy.
Yeah.
Jot down big boob guy.
I'm gonna have to isolate that one. Big boob guy. So yeah, 5-year anniversary show. Here's my thing.
Oh boy.
Here's mine. No, never.
Oh yeah.
Right? I was thinking about this today. It just gotta be Dynamite. Like every fucking 4 weeks, we don't have to have a special show, right? Monday Night Raw is Monday Night Raw every fucking week, right?
Yes.
So it's like Raw fucking 2000 or whatever, right? It's fucking the 5th year show. It's the Fight for the Fallen. It's the fucking Hoochie Coochie La 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 show. Like
Stinky Hoochie Coochie La La La.
And it's you're producing these shows with these matches that are good, but they're unforgettable. Like nothing sticks out. Like
They're forgettable, you mean?
They're forgettable.
they're
Yeah.
forgettable. Excuse me. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm all fired up. I'm thinking about Uchi Coochie and the titties and the cream in the can.
Fuck yeah.
The hard C and the hard R.
Just hardy har.
Every week, and it's great. Like it's great from I just want to watch wrestling match perspective, but from a weekly television show, I don't know. Then you get to the pay-per-views and the matches are great, but there's no I don't know. I can't. The last AEW match that I really enjoyed, that really sticks out in my memory, is the Young Bucks against Kenny Omega and Adam Page, and that's years ago, right? Because because I don't feel like they're doing any. Because they're giving us good matches, good to great matches every week, and it's kind of well, this is what they do. So nothing stands out. There's nothing that grabs my attention.
So you don't think that they're playing to the audience that they know? Because we obviously know that they're not trying to grow their audience. They're just trying to keep the audience that they have. So Ricochet and Will Ospreay did nothing for you? Is that?
Didn't do anything. It's just it's the flavor of the week, right? Like a match of that magnitude that needs to leave a lasting impression, and it doesn't, because when you turn on Collision, there's fucking Hologram is having a match with Commander and Action Andretti, and they do all the same shit that Will Ospreay and Ricochet just did on Wednesday night.
And so here's what I will say about the show. I did enjoy it overall, but I will say that the fact that Takeshita got involved in it kind of let all the fucking air out of the room. I get it, but if you're gonna promote a match, and we all kind of know how AEW books their shows, this is kind of out of the realm of what AEW does. They usually give us a finish and they don't screw their fucking audience, whatever's in there, out of something good. And we just didn't get that when and I'm a big Takeshita guy, but I just didn't appreciate that. It was just oh man, this is where you're gonna go with it. But the match before that was incredible to me.
It feels like they shouldn't use that type of match to build to a pay-per-view match. Ricochet and Will Ospreay should be huge. It should be on its own and have a clean finish. Instead, they just threw it on Dynamite and have Takeshita come out, and now it's the three of them on a pay-per-view.
Right.
Well, they shouldn't have touched. They should not have touched until a pay-per-view match.
But like, I guess because it's the 5th anniversary show, and like Matt said before, like every show's a big deal. I don't necessarily hate that they do it that way because. Go ahead.
I was going to say, but like to Matt's point, every show that they're doing, not every show, but the majority of the shows, they're always going back on this, but it's this show, right? Like but it's Grand Slam, or it's Winter is Coming, or it's our fucking 150th show. It's like stop it. Just fucking stop it. Let it be Dynamite. Celebrate your 100 show, your 200 show. Right?
Can we agree that 5 years is a pretty big deal?
It is. But again, to Matt's point, when everything is a big deal and you have more like this is a special show than your regular shows, then even at 5 years, your 5-year show is not going to feel as big because you just had Grand Slam, or you just had, this is our 150th show, or you just had, like, we're celebrating 186, everybody. Like, it doesn't fucking matter anymore because you're promoting everything like it's this special show. And then they get this pass to do this type of shit on their big show because it's a big show. Like, it's fucking aggravating.
And then this Tuesday, Dynamite's on Tuesday this week, and it's Title Tuesday. Like, fucking stop. Stop.
I can't even get mad at them for that too, because they're on a Tuesday night, so they have to do something to try to get people in. And if you're gonna call it Title Tuesday, if you think that'll help get audiences to get to you, I can't get mad at them for that because it's on a different night.
Mariah May, Emi Sakura isn't getting new fucking viewers. I'm sorry.
Is that the only thing they announced?
I gotta look at this jerk.
But you know what? When Raw was on Thursday, you know what they did? Thursday, Raw Thursday, and it was just another fucking episode of Raw, but it was on Thursday.
That's a long time ago.
It's Mercedes Moné and Emi Sakura.
Oh, whatever. That doesn't fucking matter either. Oh, Match of Champions.
Isn't there a
jerk me off?
So I do like what they're doing with the Wheeler Yuta Cesaro stuff.
Sure. Yes.
I do like that too.
If they could tell more stories, more stories. I know they tell stories. Tell more stories on weekly TV and make the matches on the pay-per-view the big great matches. I think the matches on pay-per-view would resonate more with fans instead of the shit that's on TV every week. You're giving away Ricochet and Will Ospreay for free.
I agree. And Tony, let me ask you this real quick, because I think you'll agree with me. Like, WWE storytelling is so good that you don't mind a pay-per-view every month. When AEW is now going to this monthly pay-per-view thing, like they're incapable of building to a show that wants me to pay for it. Or like Collision, Matt, like Darby Allin had this open challenge, right? And then like Brody King comes out and fucking beats him up. And now next week I'm going to buy this show because of Brody King and Darby Allin. Whereas WWE, they can have a show every month and I'm invested because the stories on TV are so damn good.
Except for the crown jewel.
Didn't Mercedes Moné already beat Willow?
Just totally disregard my question. That's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's getting to a point, Kev. Relax. Pump the brakes, bro. I'm getting there. I'm an old man. It may take me a couple extra left turns and signals.
You're good. You're good, brother. You're good, brother.
No, but it's like that. Like every story, like it either doesn't end or there's always an afterbirth after every match where some guy just can't win. Somebody's got to come out and attack him, and somebody's got to like fuck with him and beat him up, and they just move on to the next. Like nothing gets to simmer. Like Mercedes Moné beat Willow. Why the fuck is Camille beating up Willow now? Like who gives a fuck? It's over. Move on, right?
Yeah, and then Camille would like beat up like Chris Statlander too. Like,
that was right. It was Buttlander too. That was it.
Yeah, weird.
I don't know because Moné beat Buttlander already, didn't she?
Yep.
No, she beat Willow.
Willow. Yeah.
No, but she did. Yep. Didn't she beat Buttlander already though?
No, Buttlander was a heel. Statlander was a heel. Statlander was a heel. So like she was feuding with Willow, so there would be no reason for her and Mercedes to fight.
That was Johnny. What the fuck's his name? Johnny.
Johnny Hungee.
When he fucking called her Buttlander. That shit never got away from me. She's always gonna be Buttlander, dude.
I've been calling her Buttlander for years too.
It's fucking yeah. She got a nice hiney too. So
Like the Wheeler Yuta Danielson stuff is good, but like
wait. Time out. Let me ask you: is Wheeler still six-man? Trios champion.
Yes.
So what are they doing with that? Is he still part of the club?
I don't know.
So they did like a backstage promo on Collision, which I actually watched this week. So I'm kind of proud of myself about that. So they did like Wheeler Yuta like doesn't know what he's doing. Like he's conflicted. Like can he trust Claudio or can he not? And then Claudio was like, I never steered you wrong. And then he wrestled one of the what's his name? JD Drake?
Beef.
Is that him?
Yeah, Beef.
Okay.
Henry.
So he wrestled him and then he tapped him out, and Mox and Marina Shafir and Pac were watching the match. So that's like the most intriguing thing that they have. Like Wheeler is conflicted. I think I could go either way with him being a babyface or being a heel. I could see him like committing to the former Blackpool Combat Club, or I can see him siding with Dana. They have a tag team match on Wednesday, so it's going to be very good.
Tony Khan wants to remember Tuesday Night Dynamite tomorrow night, 9:00 on TBS.
Special announcement?
No,
I hope so.
No, we'll find out who's wrestling Mariah May at Wrestle Dream this weekend when Willow and Britt Baker have a match.
Is Wrestle Dream an AEW show, or is that
on the 12th
pay-per-view this weekend?
another pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, baby.
Another pay-per-view.
So are we going to get like a Japan contingency, or are they just calling it Wrestle Dream because of reasons?
It's just Wrestle Dream.
Why?
That's it. It's Wrestle Dream now. That's what it's called.
And what's that card shaping up to be like?
Danielson Mox. Let's see.
Bucks and Private Party.
Wrestle Dream 2024.
I'm kind of glad Private Party's getting a title match.
I'm happy for them, but it's just such a waste. This is like an in your house.
We just need to get away from
let's see.
Abrahantes.
We got
no way. Abrahantes is magic, bro.
I love that.
Him and Commander doing the flips and shit like this shit.
I will say this though, Alex being all hyped and Commander's music is just like basically like a little like Betty Bye, like lullaby. It doesn't work. Like,
yeah, but Alejandro's having fun, dude. He's having a lot of fun. Good for him.
Lucha Private House Party can go away.
Oh no, that could go away, but
Private
Abrahante should be everywhere.
This is what we got from Wrestle Dream. Atlantis Jr. will be defending the Ring of Honor TV Championship against Brian Cage on the pre-show.
Why?
That beats me.
They got him for a date.
Mark Briscoe will be defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against Chris Jericho.
Why? Really? Jericho again?
It's the rerun.
He's going.
Is this what he's doing
again.
now? Did he forget he had all these matches for 5 years? He's going to run the fucking gamut again?
He's retiring the Ocho. He wants to be the Nuevo.
Tell him to eat my huevos. Never mind Nuevo.
It's so weird. Like on Collision, Briscoe had nothing to do with Jericho at all.
Darby Brody King.
Don't give a shit about that.
Jack Perry defends the TNT Championship against Shibata.
Dude,
no build.
No. I'll tell you right now, they're missing the boat with Shibata. He gets some of the best reactions in that company.
Yeah, it's a shame they're fucking wasting him.
The International Championship is on the line as well. Ospreay defends against Ricochet and Takeshita in a three-way dance. The Young Bucks defend against Private Party, the tag titles. Still don't think the Acclaim got their tag title shot against the Young Bucks that they won, but that's never here nor there.
Yeah, they did at one of the shows that was back-to-back weekends.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it was in Europe. They did.
Oh, England. Okay, yes. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. All right, I just disregard. Strike that from the record. Yeah, Ryan May is Britt or Willow, and then Danielson Mox for the world title. That's what we have so far.
So let me ask you this.
Ask me a question.
So Danielson and what's his name? The Continental title's only a 20-minute title now?
That was
it's always been.
Why would they even bother to put that title on the line? Like, why couldn't he just go for the world title?
Wait, Brundo, is that real? The Continental Championship was only
It's always been a 20-minute ever since the
Matt, when was the Continental Classic? When was that tournament, and how come we haven't seen it yet this year?
Because it's coming back in December, buddy.
Oh, is it already booked?
No.
Cheeseburger Eddie coming back to try to reclaim his crown.
Cheeseburger.
He's got a brace on. To answer your question, KJG, the graphic came out last week. Danielson against Okada, title versus title. Okada's title is on the line for the first 20 minutes.
Right. I knew that, but I didn't realize that the time limit was like a TV title where it could only be like 1 and 20 minutes.
Every Continental Championship match is 20 minutes.
And then MJF shit on it all over Twitter and said, "What the fuck is this?" Didn't he fucking tag like a bunch of smart people like Neil deGrasse Tyson? Like, hey, can we figure this out?
I believe he did. Yeah.
I don't know if it was Neil, but he tagged a bunch of like fucking like smart people. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Just to be reminded, our guy Scott George Tony, he says Jericho pinned Briscoe in a tag match.
Well, there you go.
Story.
The fucking Ocho, 800 pounds. He's gonna fucking wrestle Mark Briscoe. Insta-feuds, baby.
Oh man.
Hey, I don't know if you've been following the scuttlebutts in Japan, but apparently Tony Storm is challenging Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP Women's title.
It happened already.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it happened the other night.
All right, well, cool. Never mind that. Did you see the promo that Tony Storm cut on her?
Yes, I did. It was probably the greatest promo I've
Did
ever
any
seen.
of you guys see it?
I did
not.
All right, cool. I'm going to air it. It's not the whole thing, but she talks about a fucking wrestling legend in Japan. It's fucking amazing.
To make a long story short, I once had a 3-month love affair with Stan Hansen. And on our last night together, as my back was dripping with what turned out to be chewing tobacco, he turned to me and he gave me some advice. He said, when you're in Japan, you are a foreigner. But when they step into the ring with you, they are in your country. And then he gave me a lariat, but not with his arm.
Jesus Christ.
He gave me a lariat, but not with his arm.
She's fucking good, man. She's super entertaining.
You think Stan's wife got any phone calls over this? Think Meltzer was looking for comments?
I met Stan like, I don't know, a year ago.
I heard he's the nicest guy in person.
Yeah, he could probably still throw a lariat too.
Oh, for sure.
But not with his arm.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Is he still with us? He's still alive, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put that out into the universe, man.
I didn't mean to. It was
What is it? Him and his wife have a restaurant in New York? Is that the deal? Because I know Phil Ray went and had dinner with him.
That was like 6 years ago.
No, it wasn't that long. Was it?
It
No,
was,
I thought
it was a long time ago, dude.
Was it post-COVID?
It was pre-COVID, I think.
Because your boys, the what? The Throwback Club? What the hell's his name?
Bullet Club Rob.
Yes, Bullet Club Rob. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just putting the gimmick over, bro.
What? Whose gimmick?
The turnbuckle. The turnbuckles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, the turnbuckle throwbucks.
Tom
Super
Turnbuckle.
Kick Party.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit balls.
So before we pull this train in the station, WWE Vault is like a real thing now, and they're starting to unearth some pretty cool things. And they put that Omni show up, which I've yet to watch, but it's super interesting. I think what's Road Warriors versus Rick Rude and Manny Fernandez is the main event. And there's a bunch of other great matches on there. But what else? If you guys get a chance, I'd check it out.
Are they this is on YouTube?
Yes.
So they're not going to wind up putting this on Peacock because fuck all of us that are paying for a subscription who are looking forward to old shit that they don't even put on there anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, I told you I've been watching all the wrestling challenges up to WrestleMania 3.
Here we go.
Well, the very last episode of Wrestling Challenge was Andre challenging Hogan to a match in a WrestleMania. And that's it. Dunzo Magunzo. No more Wrestling Challenge. I don't even get Hogan accepting the challenge on Piper's Pit. Nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't he challenge him on Piper's Pit?
Yeah. Everything was happening on Piper's Pit. Jesse said he'll produce Andre if you produce Hogan. Then the next week, Jesse produces Andre, but Heenan's with him. And that was the fucking ripping of the shirt and the cross. Then the next week, yes or no? Will you accept it? Yes!
Oh, that was the next week. I thought it was all
Yeah.
the same. I thought it was all the same segment.
No, it was Piper's Pit week after week after week to
Okay.
build it up.
They've always spliced that so well together too.
And the
Like,
weird shit was like they didn't announce that WrestleMania was at the Silverdome until February, like 7 weeks out. I can't fathom that nowadays when they fucking know where WrestleMania is going to be a year ahead of time. That's some wild shit. That is some wild shit.
It was a fucking boom. There was a boom, man. That was
And
like a
look,
time
even
period.
if you don't believe 93,000, most people say it's probably about 78 to 80,000. That's 80,000 fucking people in 7 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like Ticketmaster.com. No, you got to call. You got to go to the box office for that shit.
Go to like your local record store and that has like a
Yeah.
Ticketmaster.
Forgot about that.
Fucking Pat Patterson was in his fucking Cadillac driving all the record stores around Detroit.
We used to go to Matt. You'll appreciate this because you live there now. There was a record store in Morristown. That's where my dad would get tickets for Raw. He would go there and get the tickets from the Ticketmaster, I guess, outlet at the record store right on not South Street, but yeah, maybe in South Street, right there. So
I'm sorry, Kev. Go
no,
ahead.
I'm done.
We used to go to the Meadowlands to the house show before the pay-per-view. So this way, in the middle of the house show, get online at the ticket office downstairs and just buy your pay-per-view tickets that day.
My dad took us at like 4 o'clock in the morning to wait in line at the Meadowlands.
That's awesome.
And we still got shitty ass tickets. Like, because like people were there like 3 hours before us. And we got there at like maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning, and they were there at 3. I want to say it may have just even been for like a fucking SmackDown. And
Yeah, but that's a fucking great experience though, man, to get online like that. That's fucking awesome.
me and two of my buddies in the back, and my dad just like literally just took us there to get tickets. It was insane.
Yeah, nowadays you just 10 o'clock, Ticketmaster.com. They
Sick.
charge you a fucking arm and a leg, but you got your tickets.
Stick it right in your ass.
Of course they do.
And you know what? It's frustrating, Tony, going back to, the wrestling challenge stuff. Like, there's like a whole, like, man, I want all the fucking Saturday nights. I want all the fucking worldwides. Like,
Yes.
I know you're going to Netflix, but fuck, man, like, you're there for a little more time. Like, and that's like, they announced, the AEW Warner Brothers deal. It's going to be on Max. The pay-per-views are going to be on Max. Like, I hope the fucking library is done proper with AEW.
They had some good stuff.
I want to see the Queen of Piss and Shit again. I want to see Shaq and Jade Cargill again.
Yeah, like, give me those.
Like,
I would love to watch those early Dynamites again.
It was the fucking Wild West. It was so much fun.
You think they
So
put
much-
the Ring of Honor library on there too, or since Tony owns it?
Yeah, I mean, Honor Club is kind of still a thing, right?
Yeah.
It's so frustrating going back to the WWE Network stuff. It's like they promised us like everything will be available. They're just gonna roll it out slowly. Like every year something else will happen, and now we might not get it because they're moving to Netflix and the Peacock deal ends in 2026. We might not get all the episodes we thought we were gonna get of these certain shows.
That's one of the things that like disappoints me the most. Like, is that like you have X amount of seasons of was it WCW Saturday Night?
Yeah, I think there's 2.5, not even.
About 3, yeah. And
Yeah,
I've watched them all.
That
Watched
third
them
one
all.
only has like 6 episodes.
Exactly. I watched them all. I want the rest of them. Worldwide. Give me the worldwide. Like
Yes,
that's
I'm
the
with you,
shit I want to
man.
fucking see. And then like you get into like superstars. I love watching old superstars. And then they don't even have all that. Like, what are you fucking doing to me?
And the years they chose to put up were so freaking ridiculous. Like Superstars was like 92 to like 94. It's like not even like 89 or 90 or 91 or like anything after that. And the Saturday nights are like 93 to 94, which is like, all right, we're not quite to the boom era yet, but give us this, I guess. I don't know. It's just very particular what they chose to release.
Yeah, and look, I get it. So maybe some of the stuff is not, it's hard to find or you don't have complete versions of it, but fuck, man, there's like a whole bunch of us out here that fucking, and I know there's people who have full shit on YouTube. Like, pay them for the fucking tapes, man.
Yeah.
Like, put this shit together. Like, I'm putting together a list of stuff from WCW NWA 1989 that I want to watch. Like, it's fucking impossible to find.
Yep.
Fuckers.
There was nothing wrong with the WWE network. And I get it, money, but man.
You know what I miss the most about the WWE network is you would be able to play things chronologically.
Yep.
Yeah.
That fucking like that. I loved being able to play things chronologically and not like, okay, there's this pay-per-view and now it's the same pay-per-view a year after. Like, I fucking love just going like chronologically through things.
And then if you want to, you could actually watch the TVs leading up to it, like the Raws and or whatever it is, or the Nitros.
Yeah.
So like you can do all of that stuff. And it's just so like it's so frustrating. And yeah, it's
pay-per-views are not listed by seasons.
Yeah, that's
the biggest kick in the balls.
So apparently their argument is that the old content doesn't drive enough revenue as the new content, which I don't know how that makes any sense. Because if you're going to the app, you're going to the app. If you're going to Peacock, you're going to Peacock regardless, and you're just going to watch whatever you want to watch. So I don't understand how that's their argument, that it just doesn't drive enough revenue, the older stuff.
Well, no, it's just traffic, I think, is what they were saying. Like, there's not enough traffic for the older stuff to continue to add more of the older stuff.
Right.
Which, I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but there's definitely people out there like us that are looking to watch this shit.
Right. And it's been around for so long that we've already watched it all because we thought you were going to give us more. So we stopped fucking watching it.
I'm still watching it.
No, I am too. Look, I've been watching fucking Halloween Havocs every night before I go to bed.
Royal Rumble 92.
I still don't understand that.
Sergeant Slaughter, main eventer.
But like, we've all watched all that. What you said there was going to be more. Give me more. Give me more Smoky Mountain. Give me more fucking fucking Dallas. Give me more fucking USWA. Like, gimme. Cockers.
I think I've mentioned this on the show before. When you go to their like indies, I don't know if it's still there, but like when you go to Peacock and they have like Global Force, it's all USWA shit. It's not even not Global Force. It's not even Global Wrestling. It's not even global. It's USWA. So like they've been misleading us forever, and they're misleading us again with promising all this new shit, and we get nothing.
Get nothing.
Hey Matt, what does WWE call this? Is this under WWE Vault?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Okay. Dump Masamoto and Bull Nakano against the Crush Gals from MSG. Holy fuck, dude.
Like 83, 84?
It doesn't have the date. I'm looking through the stats now, but still, that's about the time that they came over here.
Yeah, look, they put some great stuff on the Vault. They put what the fuck did they put on the Vault the other day?
I know they teased some Saturday night.
Bro, this thing goes for fucking 45 minutes.
No, does that stuff stay there, or do they remove it after a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know how this works, honestly.
So they a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they put up a full episode of Saturday Night, August 27th, 1997, WCW. What else? Oh, the Drew McIntyre never before seen match against the Nasty Boys. What else? Yeah, it looks like it's always up there.
All right. That's something.
Yeah, so it's worth checking out. The Vault's a good time. Oh, yeah, they have the Morishima's WWE tryouts 2 months ago. That was a huge one that dropped out.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And this has been a lot of fun. Next week, what do we got? Jimmy Jacobs next week?
Hell yeah.
So that should be fun. Mickey Knuckles the week after that. We had to push HJC back to the end of the month. So we'll be doing that. Wrestle Dream is this weekend. So we'll be talking some Wrestle Dream. And, keep all those people in the South in our thoughts and prayers. And, hopefully if you guys get a chance to listen to this, we entertained you for a couple hours and gave you a nice break from whatever you're going through. And stay safe and just know that, help is on the way. And, yeah, man, just be safe. Fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, and thanks to Rickey Shane Page for joining the show. Great interview again. Clash Wrestling, Simply the Best, Friday, October 18th, 8 o'clock, IWTV. You can sign up. Go to iwtv.com.live.
Net.
IWTV.net.
Yep.
No, IWTV.live.
Right.
Smash or crash.
Crash.
Wrestling.net.
That's the one.
IWTV.
IWTV.live.
And
And with that, we cue the music.
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network. Your executive producer is Manny Kretzo. Our producers are Kate Hensler, Matt Garifo, Hi Fi, Tom, Ryan Schlong, Brendan Haney, Al Day, Kathy Hummer, William Mercier Jr., Michael Hammond, David Henry Bauer III, Keith Parker, and Scott George. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
Good night, Diana.